Daddy, you gotta be quicker than that.
And the winner is Dorfidoodle Too Spooky for Me.
Well, I wrote this song for the Christian youth. I want to teach kids the Christian truth. If you want to reach those kids on the street, then you got to do a rap to a hip-hop beat. So I gave my sermon an urban kick. My rhymes are fly, my beats are sick. My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's 'cause Jesus Christ is my nigga. Woo! He's a life changer, miracle arranger, born to the virgin mom in a manger. Water to wine, he's a drink exchanger, and he died for your sins. I preach the word, that's my gig, and I rhyme better than Notorious Big. All the other MCs, I wish them well, but if you live in sin, you burn in hell. Now I'ma pass the mic to my lovely wife. She's a fly MC and the light of my life. So to bust a rhyme without further ado, take it away, Mary Sue.
Jesus Christ is my nigga. He's the son of the original G. And he was sent to Earth to elucidate the way that we should be. What? Like if another MC says you're a freak, you're a lame butt rapper and your rhymes are weak. I don't get mad and I don't critique. I forgive him and turn the other cheek. I don't blaspheme and I don't brag. I don't cuss and my pants don't sag. I do exude a little Christian swag and I'm proud to be an American.
Jesus Christ is a nigga. Let his light shine through ya. Let his love pop a cap in your butt and say hallelujah. Jesus Christ is a nigga. He's our homie MC JC, you see. He's an honest, caring, peace-loving nigga like me. If you do drugs and you think you're cool, you need to come to Sunday school. Put those drugs in a garbage can. Stand up tall, you're a Christian man. Word up. I'm freestyling.
Hit me.
Hi, it's me, Carly. I don't really know how to feel coming after that. So I remember seeing that on Tosh.0, but I didn't remember why. I was like, oh, I know this song. Yeah, I'll play at the beginning of the song stream. Now I'm starting to do like, I want to put together a playlist of funny things I open the stream with. I was not expecting any of that today. Also, in case you're wondering, yes, pivot. Today, I'm doing another Lore Olympus cosplay. I'm Persephone in my husband's sweater. Underworld Con 96. Funny because my husband would have been 16 in 96 and I would have been 6. And he probably would have gone to an anime convention that was pagan based in 1996. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna front. So yeah, I'm doing Persephone today. The glasses are I always wear them in and out of the studio. But so today we're gonna bring back Kitchen Iron Chef Bingo, not Kitchen Nightmares Bingo. It was a hit last night. Oh my god, we had this one chef, the one chef that was competing for the one episode I watched. They like outed his dirty laundry about how like his wife left him. And I'm just like, what is going on? How dare you? It's the disrespect. And like it wasn't just like one time either. It wasn't just like, oh, he's competing because his wife left him and he's trying to prove this is an act of love. No, it was like, I don't want to talk about this. Oh, so the interviewer talked about it with me, and the interview just outed all of my information on public television, and then they just like kept going. And then at the end, when the judging was happening, the one lady, oh, I'm pretty sure was a little tipsy. I'm not 100%. She was a little more wild than she usually is. She was like, if my husband cooked me this, I'd come home. And I was like, oh my god, could you not? So I don't know if we'll see anything that like spicy when it comes to Iron Chef tonight. That I've never seen anything like that before at Iron Chef. So we'll see. But we do have some news to get to today. One of which, and I hope there's a big piece of it out here. I gotta also open Twitter. I heard tell through the grapevine, I haven't seen it or read it yet with my eyes, that some Epstein stuff dropped today. Yep. Okay. The image has The Trump birthday card image has hit the tower. It's official. Thank you, Kyle Polinsky. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Democrats exposed here. Okay, I guess we're just gonna click on that one. House Democrats on the Oversight Committee have released sexually suggestive 2003 birthday letter allegedly signed by Donald J. Trump and sent to Jeffrey Epstein. The letter, featuring a hand-drawn outline of a naked woman and referencing a wonderful secret, was obtained from Epstein's estate amid a congressional subpoena. Trump denies the authenticity, calling it a hoax, while the Democrats argue it exposes his past ties to the convicted sex criminal and demands full disclosure of Epstein files to hold a powerful figure accountable. Pop Base is posting about this? What is happening? Oversight Democrats have released the Donald Trump alleged birthday note to Jeffrey Epstein. The president previously denied writing it. Yeah, he's never written a picture in his life. It is written like a script. Honestly, if you take the names and you just move them over here and you put colons, it's written like a Tumblr dialogue. But it's written like some kind of Broadway skit. What is this? And also, like, they're breaking the fourth wall because it says narrator or voiceover. There must be more to life than having everything. And Donald Trump immediately answers it. So, like, they're breaking the narrator because only the audience is supposed to be able to hear the narrator, not the person within the story. Anyway, these boobies are really small. So, like, it only feels grosser. Also, why did they not have arms? It also says Donald J. Trump in the same typeface as everything is. And this isn't written. This is typed. He took time to type this out and draw it in a way that fits within the shape. Is this like one of those things where you have to, like, every capital letter reveals a secret? Or like, yes, nor, we, yes, enigmas as a. Okay, yeah, no, that didn't work. What is this? Is wild. I can't believe Pop Base is posting about it. Has the Oversight Committee posted anything else? Oh, okay. They posted like a lot. Okay. Rolling. Rolling. Okay, so this is from the 5th, this is from the 7th. Okay, so got the doodle. And then a new page from the Epstein book. Epstein and a long time Mar-a-Lago member joking about selling a fully depreciated woman to Donald Trump for $22,000. So there's a girl here, a woman here, face here, these two, and then this person's face is Jeffrey showing early talent with money plus women. Sells fully depreciated blah 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 to Donald Trump for $22,500. Showed early people skills too. Even though I handled the deal, I didn't get any of the money or the gal. Oh my god. It's came into Jeffrey showing early talent money and sells full. They're talking about a woman like a car. And I guarantee you people skills in quotations like that is most likely like code or something, if you catch my drift. Oh, wow. I can't really like fathom it. Like, not that I don't think I can't believe that this is the weirder thing. Pop bass and pop crave. I think it's bass. I think it's cool. I like that, like, pop culture. Twitters are getting in on the politics. I'm here for it. Politics is an umbrella. Let's go. But also, like, what? I don't understand. I don't want to like freak. But here, we'll get to ABC News because they'll be the most unbiased.
Led House Oversight Committee receiving new documents, and now with breaking news on ABC News Live reports the Republican-led House Oversight Committee receiving new documents and communications from the Jeffrey Epstein estate. The committee issued a subpoena to his estate seeking banking and financial records along with flight logs and calendars and a copy of that alleged birthday book that the Wall Street Journal reports was compiled for Epstein's 50th birthday. The Journal reporting that the book contains a letter and a drawing from President Trump. The House Oversight Democrats now sharing that image that they claim to be this said letter. The White House denying the signature on it. The president also denies writing the letter and filed a $10 billion defamation lawsuit against the Journal's owner. Our ABC News Washington, D.C. Bureau Managing Editor Catherine Falters following the latest. And ever since they subpoenaed these estate documents, you've been following this very closely. So what's the latest here that we've learned from this batch of documents, Catherine?
So the latest, Kana, that we have is that letter that was allegedly signed by Donald Trump and included in a birthday book for Jeffrey Epstein's 50th birthday that was allegedly sent to him back in 2003. Now, remember, the Wall Street Journal reported on this letter, did not have.
This is why Rupert Murdoch was like, yeah, you gonna sue me, Donald? That's what we're gonna do now? All those years I ran defense for you and took on the Dominion voting case? You want me and you're gonna sue me? Okay, buddy.
Have or publish rather the letter at the time. So what happened here was the Republican-led House Oversight Committee issued a subpoena to Jeffrey Epstein's estate. They subpoenaed the estate for the birthday book, for some financial records and other documents, and then got them returned to them today. And this letter was included in what they received. Now, the letter has been posted. It's right there on the screen. It's been posted on X by the House Oversight Democrats, who say that they received this letter from Jeffrey Epstein's estate when these documents were turned over today. You could see Donald Trump's, what is allegedly Donald Trump's signature there on the bottom. Now, I will say that the White House is disputing that is his signature, but the reality is this is the letter that we are now seeing for the first time since that report from the Wall Street Journal back a couple months ago, claiming that Trump did in fact sign this letter that was included in that birthday book given to Epstein for his 50th birthday.
And we mentioned some of the other things that they subpoenaed.
My dinner's ready, so I'm gonna run inside really fast and get that, but I'm gonna leave this up.
And all of this, but a lot of the focus, Catherine, is of course on this letter. And as you mentioned there, the White House seemingly trying to use that signature here in their mind as proof that he didn't do this.
That's exactly right. That's what at least the Deputy Chief of Staff at the White House is posting on X, a post that's been then retweeted by the White House account. He's saying, Taylor Budowich is saying that that's not his signature and saying that it's defamation. He's posting a number of photos of other photos of Trump's signature, claiming that those don't add up to the signature that is on this page released by the House Oversight Democrats. We'll see what the White House says more officially through any statements. Kana, I'm curious to watch for what Trump says in court. Remember, he is filing this lawsuit. You mentioned at the beginning here, this lawsuit. It's down in federal court in Florida. He's suing the Wall Street Journal and Rupert Murdoch for this, for defamation. But now the image is out there. Do they use that same defense in court? Does Trump in his personal capacity also file papers with the court and claim that it's not his signature? We know that the administration sometimes says things publicly that they don't represent in court, or they represent something differently in court. Who knows if they'll do that here? But the point is, it will be interesting to see what the official response to the court is when that time comes as it relates to this letter as well.
It certainly will be, as he tries to distance himself from the late Epstein. Also curious to see what comes out of these flight logs, calendars, and as well as the financial money trail there. Catherine Falders, our thanks to you.
Breaking news out of Washington. The House Oversight Committee just received files from the estate of Jeffrey Epstein. A Democratic spokesperson says committee Democrats are reviewing hundreds of documents handed over to the committee, and they have just released that body drawing allegedly drawn by President Trump for Epstein's 50th birthday. Here it is. The Wall Street Journal was first to report on it a few months ago, and today we're getting a first look at it. Joining us now, staff writer for The Atlantic and MSNBC political contributor Mark Leibovich, the Bulwark senior reporter Will Sommer, host of the Bulwark podcast, and an MSNBC political analyst, Tim Miller. Mark, I know you are thrilled and honored to be on the show today to get a first glimpse of this.
You know, it's happening in real time. First of all, I'm always thrilled and honored to be on the show, Katie. This is, I mean, we've had the wording on this before. We've sort of had a general sort of contours of what this is before. This is actually sort of the physical. This is actually it. We are seeing this. It's unclear whether the needle will move any more than it already has. But obviously, look, I mean, Donald Trump has said that this doesn't exist. This, what I can tell, looks like it exists. So start with that. We'll see, you know, if this propels the story any faster, any greater time than it will. Although I suspect that there will be other things that we didn't know before that are going to be coming out in the probably next few days.
Will, what about you? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, look, this is the letter that has all the stuff about, you know, secrets and ages not changing, things like that. I mean, so I think it's great to see it. The sort of instant reaction I'm seeing from right-wing media, they're really focusing a lot on the signature, saying, oh, you know, Charlie Kirk, for example, is saying, that doesn't really look like Trump's signature. It looks just like Trump's signature. I mean, if you pull up what Trump's signature looks like, it looks pretty much exactly like that. So, you know, I think this is going to keep the story going, the Epstein story that Trump has obviously tried to avoid. You know, that and Mike Johnson claiming and now backing off the idea that Trump was some sort of FBI informant against Epstein. I think the story is sort of turning against the administration once again. Yeah, I mean, I am pulling up Donald Trump's signature right now, and gosh, the D is exactly the same. I mean, I don't know. Listen, I'm not a handwriting expert, but this was in the birthday book. The Wall Street Journal reports that he submitted it. Donald Trump denies it. It's just a weird thing, Tim, it's a weird hill to die on. I did not write that letter. I did not draw that picture. We all know they were friends.
I am not a crook. Wasn't there another president who was like, I did not blah, blah, blah. Oh, I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton, I forgot. All right, I want to eat, but I don't want to listen to a group of talking head. Oh, tonight's dinner is pasta primavera. Oh, I'm saying that right. It is these really big noodles, rigatoni, with carrots, asparagus, some kind of delicious cheese sauce, tomatoes, and mushrooms. So I'm gonna eat that. And oh, here we go. Here's some Philip de.
This horrific stabbing of a young woman in Charlotte has shocked the nation, sparked backlash.
Oh, I just heard about this. I was like, holy crap, what even, like, I haven't fully read up on it. I've just seen this image. I'm like, it's wild.
And is already being used by some to justify Donald Trump's threats to unleash his newly crowned Department of War on Democrat cities, starting with Chicago. The secret details we're now learning about a botched SEAL Team 6 raid at North Korea are wild. And what's really happening with Russia, Ukraine, and the United States, because the words aren't matching the actions on several fronts. We're talking about all of that on today's brand new Philip DeFranco show, your daily dive into the news, starting with this. This woman was stabbed to death on a train by this man in Charlotte, North Carolina, and it has sparked national outrage and very, very big conversations. Because, well, this actually happened last month. The video showing the moments before the attack, they were just released, and it's now tying into a lot of what else we're seeing in the country. Before we get into that part, we need to break down what exactly we know about what happened. So the woman here is a Ukrainian refugee named Irina Zorutska. She reportedly fled Kyiv in 2022, and on August 22nd, a little before 10 p.m., she boarded the Charlotte Area Transit System's Blue Line. Right? She ended up sitting down right in front of the man who would end up taking her life, and you had a detective explaining in an affidavit what happened next, saying the train travels for approximately 4.5 minutes before the suspect pulls the knife from his pocket, unfolds the knife, pauses, then stands up and strikes at the victim 3 times. With him adding, blood visibly drips on the floor as the defendant walks away from the victim.
I took a long nap when I got home. Ooh. It's really good. I like, it's got like a little char on it from the cast iron. My back's been hurting. Oh no. Oh man.
Christ, there's a boomer around here.
Also, hi Blue, welcome in.
The victim goes unresponsive shortly after the attack. There appears to be no interaction between the victim and defendant. And then as far as the killer, he is 34-year-old DeCarlos Brown, and a very big thing.
You know what, Wrinkles? What? Hi, I hope your day was great. Thanks, Blue.
Thing that's been highlighted here is that, according to reports, he has 14 previous court cases in just Mecklenburg County, North Carolina. And with those, you see things like in 2015.
If this happened in North Carolina, why are we sending the Department of War to Chicago?
For example, he was sentenced to 6 years in prison for robbery with a dangerous weapon, breaking and entering, and larceny. You also have his mom telling reporters that he changed when he got home from prison, saying he started saying weird things. He started saying that he wasn't in his body, saying he became aggressive, and she was actually able to get an involuntary commitment order from the courts, and saying that when he underwent psychiatric monitoring for 2 weeks, he was diagnosed with schizophrenia. But then ultimately, he ended up getting released, and he became so aggressive that she said she had no choice but to kick him out, leaving him homeless. And then as far as his most recent arrest, it was for misusing 911, where, according to a January arrest record, he told responding officers that he believed someone gave him man-made material that was inside his body, controlling when he ate, walked, and talked. But despite all that, he was reportedly never hospitalized or jailed following that call, and his mom has actually blamed the court for allowing her son to be out in the community, knowing his previous arrests and mental health issues, and saying that Zorutska's death could have been prevented. But with all that said, as far as this guy, he's been charged with first-degree murder, and his lawyer said that he'll file a motion for an evaluation of his competency to stand trial because of his long history of mental health issues. And in the meantime, he's being held without bond, and his next court appearance is reportedly scheduled for September 19th. You know, while we wait to see how this case progresses, including if he's deemed fit to stand trial, I mean, we also have to talk about how this case has been covered, or rather not covered, and how that's part of the backlash that we're seeing. Because you're seeing places like Ground News saying that, as of recording, the killing has been covered far more by right-wing media outlets. Right? And then with that, you're seeing big social media accounts specifically accusing major national news outlets of not covering the situation because of the racial dynamics of the whole thing. Some then also contrasting it to the case of Daniel Penny. Right? Penny was that white guy who ended up choking to death a homeless man who was threatening passengers on a subway car in Manhattan in 2023. Right? And that ended up being a super high-profile case where a jury ultimately found him not guilty. So now you've got the situation where you have a black man killing a white woman, and you have accounts sharing lists of news outlets who hadn't yet covered the killing, and one adding, every single one of them wrote stories on Daniel Penny. Do you get it yet? You also had the likes of Benny Johnson writing, she ran from war in Ukraine, she came here for safety, and America failed her. Adding, this wasn't random, this was preventable, there is a war on white people. Her blood is on the hands of a system that lets violent criminals roam while innocent people pay the price. If she were black and her killer white, the media would be rioting nonstop, but because she's white, they stay silent. this is evil and it's deliberate. With all that, one, you had some pushing back that he was actually concerned about a Ukrainian refugee, noting that he'd been previously revealed to have been paid indirectly by Russia as part of a secret political influence operation.
Yep, so
in
is
that,
Tim
in
Cook.
addition to a number of his other opinions that he shared. Two, you have many noting that right now police have so far only said that the attack appeared to be random, noting that the authorities haven't given any evidence to suggest that this was racially motivated. Though also, I'll say with that, not all of the backlash has been about race. Right? A lot of the focus has been on the fact that the killer had been arrested so many times, reportedly had a known mental illness, and was still out on the streets. So then with that, you had people like Elon Musk calling on his followers to name and shame the DAs and judges who enable murder, rape, and robbery, but especially shame those who funded the campaigns of the DAs and judges. You then had Congressman Randy Fine taking it even further, saying he has plans to introduce legislation to hold judges accountable if they release violent offenders who
Wait a minute, this all was in North Carolina. What? Everyone should be looking into the state of North Carolina and seeing what their judiciary code says, and then work back from there. The fuck?
to go on to later reoffend, and adding those 12 plus judges that released to Carlos Brown Jr. should have their day in court too. Right? And then finally, you had some really explicitly making this an attack on the Democratic Party or just Democrats in general. And some of those attacks came from the very top, with White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller, who already recently called the Democratic Party a domestic extremist organization, now writing, the Democrat Party at every level, judges, politicians, academics, nonprofits, is organized around the defense and protection of the.
So wait, what happened? So there was this guy. He was having mental health issues, and he became so violent and erratic, and he was diagnosed with schizophrenia. He was on a subway train after he was homeless and kicked out of his mother's house. And then the cops never kept him. He's also been like arrested like 13 other times or 12 other times. And this takes place in North Carolina. So then this 23-year-old woman from refugee train gets on the bus. I think it's a bus. And after 4 stops, the guy pulls out a knife and then stabs her to death. It happened in North Carolina. And what's going to happen when we find out that some of the judges that possibly released him were Republican? How many Republican judges are there in North Carolina?
The criminal, the monstrous, and the
I think I know that it's plain politics, but instead of saying like, oh, it's the Democrats' fault, I think we need to take a look at the laws and the way they are written and see how that was handled, and those people should be held accountable regardless of party.
Praise. You then also had the Republican representing the area blaming what happened on decades of Democrat DAs and sheriffs putting their woke agendas above public safety, and adding, violent criminals commit crimes with impunity while families live in fear. And then finally, you had North Carolina Senate candidate Michael Whatley using the case to accuse his Democratic opponent Roy Cooper of being soft on crime, or with him pointing to an executive order that Cooper signed in 2020 when he was governor that established a racial profiling task force and sought to reduce systemic racism, though it didn't call for the release of suspects. But then also, in addition to all that, this has raised some real questions, not only about Charlotte, but even I would say the nation's judicial system and the mechanisms in place for addressing mental health. Even this guy's mom said he should not have been out on the street, and maybe there are others. Last month, in fact, Charlotte police got into a shootout with a man described as acting erratically, and notably, the family had tried to get an involuntary commitment for that guy the day before, but a magistrate denied the request. And so then with all of that said, there is this question. Can we as a country move forward in a way where we address the issue, but also understand the number realities? Because one of the things we know is, just like nationwide, violent crime rates in Charlotte have actually been decreasing, at least as of July, when violent crime had decreased 25% compared to last year, and that was according to police. But that's also not to say that we can just dismiss the violent crimes that we just talked about. And while you have many experts saying there is no real evidence linking crime trends to leadership by either political party, that in no way means you shouldn't expect Trump to try to use this incident as a way to justify cleaning up the streets across the country, potentially by using the military. Right? Because while he still doesn't seem to have a firm grasp on all the details, saying the stabbing happened this morning or last night, he has suggested something needs to be done.
I just give my love and hope to the family of the young woman who was stabbed this morning or last night in Charlotte by a madman, lunatic. Just got up and started. It's right on the tape. Not
His hair has been absolutely better than that. What is going on?
really watchable because it's so horrible, but just viciously stabbed. She's just sitting.
It looks like it was bleached, and then they couldn't put any product on it, or it kind of looks teased. Like, it doesn't look. I've seen his hair look a lot better. I have. It's really like frizzy. Maybe it's where he is. Maybe it's the humidity.
There. So they're evil people. We have to be able to
You have a better comb over than that, okay?
handle that. If we don't handle that, we don't have a country.
And then with all that, you also had an advisor telling Axios this is exactly what he's talking about, and it's going to be an issue he's going to highlight. This is not just about North Carolina. Other campaigns will deal with this. With him adding, crime is not a data thing. It's a feeling thing. It's not about whether you're a victim. It's about whether you feel you're a victim or not. But then next up in the news from that, we've got to talk about Trump's threats against the city of Chicago and his executive order to rename the Department of Defense the Department of War. And you had Trump saying that this new name demonstrates our ability and willingness to fight and win wars on behalf of our nation at a moment's notice, not just to defend. Now, a big note here is that Trump, he didn't come up with this name on his own. The Department of Defense actually used to be called that until after World War II, when the name was officially changed by Congress, which is actually a sticking point here. This name change, or so-called name restoration, it doesn't have congressional approval, which means
Guys, they want to change their name, but they can't legally do it yet, but they still want to be called what they want to be called. I don't know. The trans ally in me says we should call them by their chosen name, but the bitch in me says I'm still gonna call it the DOD.
it isn't official yet. In fact, Trump's executive order even acknowledges that, saying that the new name will be used as a secondary title to the current one. All of which then brings us to the reactions, and as you can imagine, there have been many, both positive and negative. But probably some of the most important ones were from those within the department itself, with former and current Pentagon officials telling Politico that this rebrand will cost ridiculous amounts of money for what they call a cosmetic change that isn't going to do much to address the big issues that the military is dealing with right now. For things like countering an aggressive alliance of authoritarian nations, with one former defense official saying this is purely for domestic political audiences. Not only will this cost millions of dollars, it will have absolutely zero impact on Chinese or Russian calculations. Worse, it will be used by our enemies to portray the United States as warmongering and a threat to international stability. But hey, regardless, we're starting to see some changes already, like the rebranding on the department's social media. The website was changed from defense.gov to war.gov, and the word defense was actually scraped from the walls within the Pentagon. Even had Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth's title being changed to War Secretary, and several photos and videos and new signage outside of his office gaining traction online, though that's really just the beginning. Right? With all that, you've got officials saying they're expecting a long-term headache from all this. And I mean, there's so many different things that you might not even think of, because while the details of the order are still vague, right? You have to think about things like there's a chance that the department's going to have to change Defense Department seals on more than 700,000 facilities in 40 countries in all 50 states. Right? And that, it includes everything from letterhead for 6 military branches and dozens.
Letterheads. Like, not only that, but they have to contact all of their contractors and fix some of those contracts, because the Department of Defense is who made out that contract, not the Department of War. So oof.
More agencies, down to embossed napkins and feast halls, embroidered jackets for Senate-confirmed officials, and even knickknacks at the Pentagon gift shop. And so at the very least, it is not expected to be cheap, which has prompted its own backlash, even from supporters of the U.S. military. With some saying things like perhaps a significant amount of money spent making new signs, office placards, and letterhead would be better used ensuring our warfighters have the training and weapons they need to accomplish the missions they are given and to return home to their families. And all of this, I think it is worth noting, even though it is very likely falling on deaf ears, this move and Trump's justification for it are directly contradictory to the promises that he made of peace and ending all wars when he was on the campaign trail. I know we live in an age of 2-second memories, but he was on the campaign trail saying he was the anti-war option. The White House just branded him as the president of peace last month. All of which had Pete Buttigieg saying it's an odd move from the president who worked so hard to convince his base that he was anti-war, though he then added, no doubt he'd rather have folks puzzling over this than thinking about his deep bond with Jeffrey Epstein, which actually I wasn't even going to talk about this today because it was just so ridiculous. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson over the weekend claimed that President Trump was an anti-Epstein FBI informant. I'll just show you the clip.
He's not saying that what Epstein did is a hoax. It's a terrible, unspeakable evil. He believes that himself. When he first heard the rumor, he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. He was an FBI informant to try to take this stuff down. The president knows and has great sympathy for the women who have suffered these unspeakable harms. It's detestable to him. He and I have spoken about this as recently as 24 hours ago.
Such a crazy statement. So crazy, it even looks like he's he looks directly like it's a sitcom over to the camera like, is anyone believing what I'm saying right now? I mean, it was such a crazy statement. Even the White House was like, we don't know what this man's talking about. And Johnson ended up, as much as he can, walking back that statement on Sunday. But back onto the topic of our war president Trump, something else that many say flies in the face of his president of peace branding is that one of his first actions after the name change was threatening to bring his Department of War down on Chicago. Because on Saturday, Trump shared yet another bad AI-generated image of his face on someone else's.
He's got a Civil War cavalry hat on and a U.S. Army shirt. Wait, is the cavalry part of... No. The cavalry's not part of the army, right? That's like its own branch? No. I feel wrong. I feel so wrong.
Body, but it appeared to be a reference to the 1979 film Apocalypse Now, except the title read Chipocalypse Now. With Trump adding, I love the smell of deportations in the morning. Chicago about to find out why it's called the Department of War. And as you might imagine, that wasn't received well by many, including officials within Illinois, including Governor J.B. Pritzker. With him responding on X, the president of the United States is threatening to go to war with an American city. This is not a joke. This is not normal. Donald Trump isn't a strong man. He's a scared man. Illinois won't be intimidated by a wannabe dictator. And you had that sentiment being echoed by Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson, as well as Illinois Senator Dick Durbin. And all of this is made worse because this threat, it follows weeks of comments from Team Trump about sending troops into cities led by Democrats across the country. Very similar to what he's done in D.C., with Chicago being one of the most talked about targets. And that's also as immigration enforcement operations are set to ramp up within the city, which then led to thousands of protesters gathering to the streets of Chicago on Saturday. And a couple hundred even blocked an ICE processing center at one point. But then all of that, it brings us to yesterday when...
It's Kata Bubuzela. She's running... I think that's her last name. She's running for office in Chicago.
Saturday, a couple hundred even
right here. She's knitting. They do a knitting class there all the time. That's awesome. Based.
Locked an ICE processing center at one point. But then all of that, it brings us to yesterday when, for whatever reason, you saw Trump walking back his threat of war in Chicago.
That's fake news. When you say that, darling, that's fake news.
Well, why would the Department of Defense?
Listen, be quiet. Listen. You don't listen. You never listen. That's why you're second rate. We're not going to war. We're going to clean up our cities. We're going to clean them up so they don't kill 5 people every weekend. That's not war. That's common sense.
Though that, of course, flies in the face of everyone saying when the president says he's going to crack down on...
Also, so fucking rude to talk to her like that. Who the fuck is he? Like, oh my God. It's so rude. People need to start cursing him out to his face. Like, just really give him the 1-2, you know?
Someone believe him, noting that he has a tendency to say what he means, even if it's extreme, then pulling back, and then slowly, whatever the norm is, shifts to the more extreme. Right? In this angle of Trump declaring...
I played it a few times yesterday. I saw it on Twitter, and it straight up reminded me of my grandmother, who's probably in like her 70s, almost 80s now, if she's still alive. And she sounded just like that when she would yell at one of us. Like, yeah. She was an alcoholic, and you know, I have some good memories of her, but they are outweighed by a lot of the bad.
War on democratic cities, or whatever way he kind of frames it, you should definitely expect and prepare for more of it, because him being tough on crime is the thing he's least worse being polled on right now. Right, according to an aggregate of polls about Trump's approval on major issues, very down on trade, very down on the economy, very down on foreign policy, but only a little down when it comes to crime and immigration. He is still in the negatives there, but only by a little, and it looks like they're seeing that as a place of opportunity. But as far as if that's going to be successful or not, or he's going to alienate even more people, we'll have to wait to see. But then in a 1-minute break that helps keep the show free, let me say, have you ever noticed how paying off debt, it feels like running on a treadmill that somehow speeds up every time you step on it? You pay a bill, feel good, and then bam, interest, late fees, surprise charges. And well, it's not luck. The system is built to keep you stuck. Credit card companies, banks, lenders, they profit while you stress. But today's sponsor, PDS Debt, they flipped a script. Credit cards handled, personal loans covered, medical bills, yeah, they help people actually escape the debt trap. No credit score hoops, no shame, just a plan designed for your situations by humans who actually care. And hundreds of thousands of people have already worked with PDS Debt to take control of their finances, and it's not just marketing talk, it works. PDS Debt is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, and they have thousands of 5-star reviews on Google and Trustpilot, solid credibility. Right? And they're more than a lifeline. They help you step by step to regain control of your money. I mean, if I was where I used to be, PDS Debt is where I'd go. But hey, you're just 30 seconds away from starting your first step to getting debt free. Go get your free assessment and find the best option for you right now at pdsdebt.com/DeFranco or scan that QR code. That's pdsdebt.com/DeFranco, and that QR code is on screen. So scan that thing and take the first step. But then next up in the news from that, we've got to talk about how Russia just hit Ukraine with its largest aerial attack of the war, hitting the main government building in Kyiv and reportedly killing at least 5 people across the country, including a mom and her baby. And as far as the United States of it all, Trump, he possibly might maybe consider doing something to ramp up the pressure on Putin, especially as it appears he's grown more and more frustrated with the Russian leader. Right, last week, he even accused Putin, as well as Chinese President Xi Jinping, of joining with North Korea to, quote, conspire against the United States. Though for all of that, his threats to punish Russia have so far been empty. Right, more than one deadline that he set for Putin has come and gone without consequence. And I mean, his most aggressive measure so far was instead directed towards India. Right, he slapped imports from India with 50% tariffs in response to the country's continued purchase of Russian oil.
What's he gonna do? Massage Putin's feet? I don't know. Trump's a little butthurt after the whole Chinese parade, the Chinese celebration of the end of World War II. He's pretty butthurt about that. He was telling people, like, wish them well while you conspire against the United States. Like, what are you going on about, girlie?
And through all of Trump's back and forth words on this, Putin, I mean, he's acted like he's getting ready for this war to last a lot longer. He's reportedly opened 2 new drone factories in at least 2 cities over the past year. And according to Ukraine's military intelligence agency, Russia now produces 2,700 Iranian-designed Shahed drones every month, which then makes it not that much of a surprise to learn that Russia's been setting new records nearly every month for the number of weapons launched, including, of course, yesterday. And with all that, you had Ukrainian President Zelensky saying that attack involved more than 800 drones and 13 missiles, and adding, such killings now, when real diplomacy could have already begun long ago, are a deliberate crime and a prolongation of the war. It has been repeatedly said in Washington that sanctions will follow a refusal to talk, and then adding, we must implement everything that was agreed in Paris. Right, and what he's referring to there is the meeting of the so-called Coalition of the Willing last week, where you had the French President Emmanuel Macron announcing that 26 nations formally committed to be present on the ground, in the sea, or in the air as a reassurance force in Ukraine the day after a ceasefire or peace. So that is one, Macron claimed that some of the remaining coalition members had not yet taken a position, and 2, with that, major countries like Poland, Germany, and Italy, along with the US, of course, are among those who have declared they will not put troops on the ground in Ukraine, even if a deal is reached. Though you have France, the UK, and the tiny Baltic states of Estonia and Lithuania suggesting they might actually deploy troops in a post-war Ukraine. And with that, Macron later clarified that some of the countries involved in providing security guarantees would do so while remaining in NATO member countries, or by making their bases available. Though I will say, from some of the reporting that we've seen so far, the overall number of troops on the ground in Ukraine would reportedly be more than 10,000, and they'd be split into 2 main groups. One would provide training and assistance to the Ukrainian military, and the second would act as a separate reassurance force meant to discourage a future Russian invasion. And so with all that, you had Zelensky obviously praising the plan, though notably we're still waiting for a clear statement from Trump on whether the plan has his support and what, if any, kind of backup can be expected from the US military. Because Trump, I mean, he has seemingly warmed to the idea of the US providing some form of security guarantee to Ukraine, though not boots on the ground, but possibly in the form of air power. So you have that, and you also have US officials reportedly telling their European counterparts that the US could provide intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance capabilities. But again, it's ultimately going to be up to Trump, and we really haven't heard anything solid from him. And in fact, last week, you had the US ending support for programs that were all about helping our armies in Eastern Europe prepare for a potential Russian offensive. And so it's not surprising that you've got people like the head of the Paris office of the German Marshall Fund saying, the questions we had before remain the same, and we still don't know whether the United States is ready to provide a backstop that many of the contributors expect. And as of now, the situation is similar when it comes to talks about sanctions, because, after the attack this weekend, you had US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent saying that the US is prepared to increase pressure on Russia, but that we need our European partners to follow us.
We are in a race now between how long can the Ukrainian military hold up, and if the US and the EU can come in, do more sanctions, secondary tariffs on the countries that buy Russian oil, the Russian economy will be in full collapse, and that will bring President Putin to the table.
Right. And then you also had Trump saying yesterday that he was ready to move to the second phase of sanctions targeting Russia, but he also stopped short of saying what exactly he meant by that. Though I will say perhaps we might know soon if there is something real here, because the EU's most senior sanctions envoy reportedly met with the Trump administration yesterday. So we're going to have to see what comes from that, especially because you had Trump saying that he'd speak with Putin in the next couple of days. Though a very big note to remember there is that the last time that happened in Alaska, he walked away talking about Ukraine giving up massive chunks of its territory. And all of that, it led to Zelensky doing an ABC News interview that aired just yesterday saying that he thinks that Trump gave Putin what he wanted, essentially a photo op with the president of the United States. All while Putin really hasn't shown any sign of being intimidated or really willing to work with anyone. He responded to the idea of foreign troops in Ukraine to provide security guarantees by claiming that if that happened, especially now during military operations, they would be legitimate targets for destruction. And adding, if decisions are reached that lead to long-term peace, then I simply see no reason for their presence on Ukrainian territory. The one that completely disregards Russia and Putin's history of just not honoring agreements of this type. And two, you had the NATO Secretary General clapping back saying, why are we interested in what Russia thinks about troops in Ukraine? It's a sovereign country. It's not for them to decide. And then with that, you had him pointing to European military and intelligence officials who have warned of Russian plans to strike other European countries, and adding, we have to make sure that our deterrence is such that they will never try, knowing that our reaction will be devastating. But then from that, finally today, a little self-promo, but then also just this crazy story. For the promo, if you haven't gotten in yet on the beautifulbastard.com drop we just had, it's fantastic. Strive for better times. Don't let dread in. Move with serenity. My personal favorites are better times in black or cream. Don't let dread in maroon and black. And move with serenity in forest green and cream. And that's for the shirts and the crew neck. And right now, as we're doing a restock of our other blanks, these are on our BB28 tees, so they're only $28
really
and
pretty.
just lower cost in general. All while, of course, still feeling and looking fantastic. But whether you get in on that or not, brace yourself for this final story, because then there's no clean way to do a transition from this. We got to talk about how Navy SEALs shot up a boat full of North Korean civilians back in 2019 and how we're just now learning about it. Right? Because the New York Times interviewed dozens of people for this, including civilians, government officials, members of the first Trump administration, and current and former military personnel with knowledge of the mission. And they even kept stuff out of this craziness because it might endanger future missions. And all of this, it starts back in 2018, where the whole North Korea situation, it sort of seemed to be improving. Kim Jong-un suspended all nuclear and missile tests. He started negotiating with the US and South Korea, with the North even saying, hey, maybe we're open to ending the nuclear program. You know, the United States, they were like, I doubt that. And so American intelligence agencies spoke to the White House and they're like, hey, we got a plan. We've got this device that can intercept Kim Jong-un's communications, but there is a small catch. You're gonna have to sneak into North Korea and plant the device. And ideally, you do it without getting detected because, you know, that could collapse the peace talks. Or worse, you could have a hostage situation on your hands. Or even worse, you escalate things with a nuclear-armed nation. And in fact, during Trump's first term, you had top leaders in the Pentagon believing that even minor military action against North Korea could spiral into what they called the worst kind of fighting. I mean,
it's hard to remember because it was like almost 10 years ago now. But there was a point where like it felt like the United States and North Korea were about to shoot nuclear missiles at each other, and people were like gauging like where they would land. Like that was a thing going on in like 2016, 2018, 2017, 2018.
Possibly even involving the 28,000 American troops stationed in South Korea. But ultimately, it was decided that it was worth the risk, and the military picked SEAL Team 6's Red Squadron, the same unit that killed Osama bin Laden, to do the job. And actually, part of the reason they were like, yeah, they can do this job is because they had done something like it before. But according to Times reporting, in 2005, the SEALs used a mini-sub to go ashore in North Korea, and they left unnoticed. And so yeah, in 2018, Donald Trump gives approval to Joint Special
South Park episodes at that time where they peak.
Operations to at least start preparing. And so the SEALs, they practiced for months in U.S. waters all the way into the first weeks of 2019. And then in February, Trump announces he is going to meet Kim Jong-un in Vietnam at the end of the month. And so the mission, it finally goes ahead. And the plan reportedly called for the Navy to sneak a nuclear-powered submarine off the coast of North Korea. And from there, you had a small team of SEALs and 2 mini-subs, each about the size of a killer whale, with those meant to bring them about 100 yards from shore. And from there, they would swim. And these mini-subs, they're known as wet subs, meaning that the SEALs had to spend the 2 hours getting there immersed in 40-degree ocean water using scuba gear and heated suits to survive. Right, and a huge thing here is that they were going in pretty much blind. Their communications were limited, and that's because a drone flying overhead or even an intercepted encrypted transmission could give the whole mission away. And then, well, in the months prior, they had satellites and high-altitude spy planes surveilling the mission area for months, trying to find out when people wouldn't be there. There ended up being a small boat there. And so when the SEALs reached ashore thinking that they were alone, but then looking back and seeing that was not the case, they opened fire. And when they went back to the boat to make sure that everyone was dead, they found the bodies of 2 or 3 people who appeared to be civilians diving for shellfish. shellfish. So the SEALs then pulled the bodies into the water to hide them from the North Korean authorities, with one source telling the Times that they had punctured the boat crew's lungs with knives to make sure that the bodies would sink. And ultimately, of course, they abandoned the mission and got the hell out of there immediately afterward. And while U.S. spy satellites immediately after—
That's so gross. They were somebody's family. That's so fucked up. They're just trying to get some food.
Picked up a surge of North Korean military activity in the area. North Korea didn't make any public statements about the deaths, and it was reportedly never clear whether they ever pieced everything together about what happened and who was responsible. And so ultimately, the nuclear summit in Vietnam, it went ahead as planned, though it didn't end in a deal. And in May, you had North Korea resuming missile tests. And actually, in the months that followed, North Korea fired more missiles than in any previous year, including some capable of reaching the United States, which I will say, in fact, the U.S. government now reportedly estimates that North Korea has around 50 nuclear weapons and missiles that can reach the West Coast. All while Kim Jong-un is pledged to keep expanding his nuclear program exponentially to deter what he calls U.S. provocations, which I'll say regarding the mission or provocation that we're talking about today, the U.S. military reportedly determined that the killing of the civilians was justified under the rules of engagement. And all of this is the Trump administration reportedly never told top leaders of the committees in Congress overseeing military and intelligence activities about the operation or the findings, which notably may have violated federal law. But then also beyond that, what we're learning now is also raising questions about the stuff that the military is doing that we're not seeing. Because the SEALs, they've had some huge and high profile successes, but they've also had a lot of missions that go badly. It actually led to a—
Yeah, this is crazy. He's been doing illegal stuff and no one's been stopping him for like 90% of his life. Well, wait, how old is he? 84? 81? 80? Somewhere in that range? Yeah, he's like 80% of his life he's been doing illegal shit.
Obama cutting black spec op missions late in his second term and increased oversight, reserving complex SEAL-style raids for special situations like hostage rescues. But then the first Trump administration got rid of many of those restrictions and reduced the amount of high-level deliberation for sensitive missions. And in fact, a few days after taking office in 2017, Trump reportedly skipped over much of the normal decision-making process to authorize a SEAL Team 6 raid on a village in Yemen. And actually, that was a mission that left 30 villagers dead, a SEAL dead, and destroyed a $75 million stealth aircraft. Right, and all of this, it's standout news on its own, but you also have people saying that it is important to keep this in mind, as we're also now seeing this version of Trump openly taking military action in several ways. Whether it be one, the threats to U.S. cities to send in the military, but also two, I mean, we're seeing things like last week, the U.S. military killed 11 people in international waters, and they claim they did this because they were drug smugglers, though they did it without presenting evidence. So to be clear, according to most experts who understand the law, even if there was evidence—
Just so you guys know, this is awful shit. This is like war crime shit. Okay? This is shit that is truly illegal under international courts and just morally wrong. And nothing will ever come about this. The people who did this will never suffer. I just need you to know that unless we do something, the people who did this will never suffer.
Even if it was in international waters, you can't just go around killing people, with an NYU law professor saying. It's difficult to imagine how any lawyers inside the Pentagon could have arrived at a conclusion that this was legal rather than the very definition of murder under international law rules that the Defense Department has long accepted. But hey, that is where I'm going to end today's show today. If you have thoughts, opinions, reactions to this last story or anything else that stood out to you today, I'd love to hear from you in those comments down below.
Thanks, Philly D. All right, we have about a half hour. We'll kick off Iron Chef Bing. So, I'm gonna click on news because I don't want like. Oh no, he responded no.
The House Oversight Committee says it has received a new batch of files tied to the case of deceased sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. This time from Epstein's estate, including a so-called birthday book that contains a message allegedly from Donald Trump to Jeffrey Epstein. This is the photo of that birthday message released by House Oversight Committee Democrats. The letter features a seemingly imagined conversation between Trump and Epstein inside the drawing of a naked woman. The letter concludes, "Happy birthday, and may every day be a wonderful secret."
It's not just a written picture and a drawn drawing. He typed that. That is, if that was done in 2003, I want you guys to think about what he typed that on. Was it possibly a typewriter? Was it possibly a Macintosh using Notepad? or word. Like, think about that. And it's written like a screenplay. Nothing could have prepared me for how much, like, theater Donald Trump has, like, even in his bones.
The president's deputy chief of staff just posted on social media saying that's not President Trump's signature. When the Wall Street Journal first reported the existence of the letter earlier this year, the White House called the story, quote, fake news. And the president publicly pushed back. Take a look.
Do you maintain you did not write a letter for Jeffrey Epstein's birthday?
I don't even know what they're talking about. Now, somebody could have written a letter and used my name, but that's happened a lot. I don't do drawings. I'm not a drawing person. I don't do drawings. Sometimes people say, would you draw a building? And I'll draw 4 lines and a little roof, you know, for a charity stuff. But I'm not a drawing person. I don't do drawings of women. That I can tell you. They say there's a drawing of a woman, and I don't do drawings of women. They say there's
This is what he said right now?
I don't even.
Called the story, quote, fake news. And the president publicly pushed back. Take a look.
Today?
Do you maintain you did not write a letter for Jeffrey Epstein's birthday?
I don't even know what they're talking about. Now, somebody could have written a letter and used my name, but that's happened a lot. I don't do drawings. I'm not a drawing person.
Scotland, July 28th.
I don't do drawings. Sometimes people say, would you draw a building? And I'll draw 4 lines and a little roof, you know, for a charity stuff. But I'm not a drawing person. I don't do drawings of women. That I can tell you. They say there's a drawing of a woman, and I don't do drawings of women.
President Trump also filed a $10 billion defamation lawsuit against the newspaper and Rupert Murdoch, accusing the journal of knowingly publishing false information to smear him. This latest development renews scrutiny of the relationship between President Trump and Epstein, despite the administration's best efforts to quash the issue and its claim that it's all a hoax. Joining me now is NBC News Capitol Hill correspondent Mel Zanona, NBC News senior White House correspondent Gabe Gutierrez, and NBC News national law enforcement and intelligence correspondent Tom Winters. So Mel, the action's right there where you are, so I'm going to start with you. What more can you tell us about the documents that the Oversight Committee received?
Yeah, so the House Oversight Committee actually received a pretty wide range of documents.
Yeah, they were supposed to get a few. I wonder when more drop in. Hold on. Hide for myself. Jesus. Why is this so hard to use Twitch chat sometimes? I still type in Twitter. Oh my God, Graham Planter is commenting on. For those who don't know, Graham Planter is running for Senate against Susan Collins' seat in Maine. Susan Collins has run like unopposed for the last 600 years, okay? She's like the Democrat that's always like, I'm concerned, and then votes against the interest of the people. He posted this. I'm sure you guys can see it says, Trump and Epstein are sick fucks. I have never in my life seen a politician outwardly say that, and it is so refreshing. This isn't a drawing of a woman. Yeah, I don't think so either. They're not with the size of that. That's definitely not a woman. Whole page. I didn't even have to type anything. Everything. This is my feed. I just love how this story always changes. Yeah. First, it's I wish him well, and I don't know anything about him. I was never hanging out with him. Bill Clinton. And then it was, this is a Democratic hoax. And then it was like, I kicked that man out of my club. Then it was like Obama made up the hoax. And it was, I don't even, it's been so many twists and it's still all back to the same thing. Keeps twisting himself out and we all can see that they're just like, what are you doing? The no arms is bothering me. Lawyers for Jeffrey Epstein estates have given Congress a copy of the birthday book put together by the financier's 50th birthday, in which a letter with Trump's signature that he has said doesn't exist. On Monday, the White House Oversight Committee confirmed that they received a copy of the birthday book, including a letter bearing Trump's signature. It's hilarious how now they are saying Trump was an FBI agent. No, Mike Johnson's walked that back by now. We were just covering that on Philip DeFranco. He's walked it back. He's like, oh, I think I was like in miscommunication with the office and misunderstood some things. Oh my God. Okay, where was I? President Trump called the Epstein investigation a hoax and claimed that his birthday note doesn't exist. Now we know that Donald Trump was lying and is doing everything he can to cover up the truth, said Representative Robert Garcia, who is the committee's Democrats ranking committee member. Enough of the games and lies. Release the full files now. The Wall Street Journal in July reported on the book and the letter bearing the Trump's name, which contained typewritten text framed by the outline of a naked girl. We're just going to say it. The letter concluded, "Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret." The signature is squiggly Donald below, mimicking pubic hair. Trump has denied writing the letter and drawing the picture. He's denied writing the picture. A fake thing. He's also filed a lawsuit against the Journal's reporters, Journal's publisher Dow Jones, parent company News Corp, and executives, alleging defamation and saying the letter was non-existent. A Dow Jones spokesperson said, "We have full confidence in the rigor and accuracy of our reporting." Carolyn Levitt, the White House press secretary, didn't immediately respond on Monday for a request to comment. Oh, you love to see it. Okay, what do you think? Do you think now that this is dropped, because this is about 3 hours old, do you think he's gonna just immediately start bombing Chicago? Like, that's the only way I can see this. Because look at this. My entire feed. I clicked in, and the first thing I see is someone running for office talking about it. Then it's JD Vance getting owned. Then it's another one. Then it's another one. Then 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 everyone's talking about it. It won't stop. Oh no. What a humiliating way for Don Jr. to find out his dad sends birthday cards. Oh, and this also released. So, I don't know who wrote this, but I'm going to read it to you. It's a picture of a couple people holding a check, and there appears to be a person right here who's front with hand. And it says, "Jeffrey showing early talents with money and plus women, sells fully depreciated, insert name, to Donald Trump for $22,500. Showed early people skills too. Even thought I handled the deal. Even though I handled the deal, I didn't get any money or the gal." It's so gross. And like I said earlier, I just know people skills is code for something sexual. You don't put shit like that in quotations like, unless it's something sexual. Oh my God. It's fun in 2025 to teach a room full of freshmen that the American Revolution was ignited by the colonists' hatred of tariffs and the excessive police force, and watch the gears start to turn for about 15% of them. Yes, that's me. That's me, guys. That's me to you. I'm like, guys, the American Revolution. Breaking. House Speaker Mike Johnson has backed off his claim that Donald Trump was an FBI informant in the case of the sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Uh, yeah, this is what we expected. This is what we got. That is definitely a young woman. That is definitely a younger person. What did he mean by this? Washington. Donald Trump must not play blackjack because he wanted to hit on 17. The casino owner and future Republican nominee told Howard Stern in 1999 that his daughter Ivanka, who was 17 at the time, had made him swear not to date anyone younger than her. I have a deal with her. She's 17 and doing great, Ivanka. She made me promise, swear to her that I would never date a girl younger than her. Trump said during the taping of the Howard Stern show in July of 1999. So as she grows older, the field gets very limited. I'm gonna vomit. That's creepy. Yeah, it's very creepy. I can't believe how much of this is just... I've never seen my timeline so full of the same exact picture. Okay, not since Tumblr. Not since Tumblr 2012 have I seen my timeline full of the same exact picture. And my God, it was Do You Love the Color of the Sky? No pedos in the White House ever. A special counsel investigation. Yeah, 100%. They need to go. And it's just gonna get... Hold on, let me see if they've posted anything new, because it's been about an hour. I might as well drop a follow. Okay, nothing new yet, but we'll keep an eye on that. This is so... Like, I mean, we knew it. We knew it, right? I mean, we spent a whole month watching the entire J. Aubrey saga on this. We knew this. It's just seeing it and knowing it are two very different things. Okay, from the Wall Street Journal article, there's a photo of Jeffrey Epstein with a giant novelty check implying Trump sold him a woman. Yeah. So, oof. can't believe. And look, if people are like, oh, the signatures, it's like, it's the same. This is the one from the drawing. This is the one. Dear Mr. Mayor, I am pleased to enclose your honor of 2 checks totaling $6,900 to Friends of Giuliani. And an additional check for $3,100 to New York State Liberal Party. I look forward to seeing you at the mayor's dinner on Monday, on May 14th. Best wishes. Rudy, Marla thinks you're great. Dear Lillian, I was greatly honored by your last vote in my favor, especially so because it was your last day on the commission. After having read so much about you and your late husband, I have developed a great respect for your work. I look forward to seeing you in Palm Beach and maybe even working with you. Best wishes, Donald Trump. He had somebody type that up for him. Oh, this is so small. Yeah, it's like the same in every picture. So how long do we think this is the gayest thing I've seen on my screen in the world. I love it. Oh my god. Strong disagree. Too far. Thank you for the I love this kiss. Ugh. All right.
They had issued a subpoena to the Epstein estate, gave him a
We got probably a little bit of time before they release anything else. It's later in the day. Washington hates to work. Oh, in case you guys didn't know, Jenny Nicholson has a second secret channel. It's called The Cooler Jenny. It's pretty great.
The Republican-led House Oversight Committee today received materials from the Epstein estate as part of its investigation into the late convicted sex offender. Among them, a book that allegedly contains an explicit birthday message from Donald Trump to Jeffrey Epstein. According to the note, the president allegedly wrote to Epstein, quote, "May every day be another wonderful secret." President Trump has denied writing that letter. Barry Levine joins us now. He's the author of the book, The Spider Inside the Criminal Web of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell.
I don't want to listen to the talking heads. I want news reporting. Why is it so hard to get fucking news reporting and journalism on YouTube? Why do we have to sit here and deal with this like media slop? Ugh.
I drink and I know things.
The underscore prodigy underscore B would like you to drink something.
Thank you. All right, we're just gonna get in the kitchen. Not kitchen nightmares. Iron Chef. Get your bingo boards, exclamation point bingo, or at the top of chat. I'm leaving for work. I'm leaving work. I jump on later. It's nice seeing you. It's good seeing you too, Prodigy. I hope you're having a great day. Drive safe. Iron.
Way. Iron Chef Sakai.
Okay, we have to go to the next episode. Okay, wait, I gotta get my bingo board. Oh, I hit the bingo boards. Okay, wait. All right, make sure you reset your board. If you just hit the reset button, it'll curate for you. Like how the challenger's wife was compelled to dump him. I don't know if she was compelled to dump him as much as his dirty laundry was aired right out in front of everybody. It was wild. I've never seen an episode of Kitchen Nightmares like that. Iron Chef. They murdered that man on TV. They did. Okay, I think we can skip like the opening.
The arena where he is will meet the master.
Charles Wu out this man quite a while. Will
The opening of this show is like a full 6 minutes. 6 minutes of opening. Oh, I have captured
その長州料理を自在に操る第一人者がやってまいりました。しかも京都一のあのホテル。さあ皆さん大きな拍手でお迎えください。京都ホテル通り料理長宮沢薫。
Entering Kitchen Stadium, a skilled chef from the Chinese restaurant at Kyoto Hotel, the oldest Western-style hotel in the ancient capital. Miyazawa's a wizard in the Chaozhou style of Chinese cooking, creating exquisite flavors with depth. Your perception of Chinese cuisine might be altered because of this man.
Nice to meet you.
実はですね。
Yes.
京都の中華というと。
Yes.
どうしてもこうイメージしないと言いますか、そういうところがあるんです。
Yes.
いかがなんでしょうか。
Look, Kyoto has some good places too. Yes.
今日はどうぞ頑張ってください。
Thank you. I'll do my best.
Won't let me edit the subtitles.
それではあ
Sorry.
とは迎え撃つ3人の鉄人を登場させましょう。
Yes.
よみがえるアイアンシェフ。
Rising into the stadium, Japan's culinary leaders, the three Iron Chefs. Iron Chef Chinese Chen Kenichi, Iron Chef French Hiroyuki Sakai, and Iron Chef Japanese Masaharu Morimoto. They are the ones who show us the way.
Show me the way.
さあ伺いましょう。誰と戦いますか。
Chen-san, please.
All right, a classic Chinese cuisine battle is what we'll have.
Nice.
The challenger choosing Chen Kenichi.
This is Chen Kenichi, excellent Chinese chef. I love watching him cook. Go ahead and mark that off on your bingo board.
He's the son of Chen Kenmin, the god of Szechuan cooking. Chen has furthered his father's glorious legacy and has been all but invincible in Kitchen Stadium. But today, the refined skills of the Szechuan sage are put to the test against an expert in Chaozhou cooking. Can Chen stave off the attack?
今回は中華の腕を試すにはもってこいのあの古典的な魚をマリモで有名な阿寒湖からわざわざ取り寄せました。湖の鯛とも呼ばれるあの魚。それでは発表します。今日のテーマはこれです。
Carp?
今日のテーマは阿寒湖のでっかい声。
Oh my god. I don't could eat carp. I think they're really pretty sometimes. Like, I know they're kind of basic. I don't know if I can eat a carp. Also, mark off fish. Secret ingredient today is fish.
Lake Akan in Hokkaido. If memory serves me right, it is one of the most beautiful lakes in Japan. Local fishermen call the carp from Lake Akan the snapper of the lake. That's how good they are. The carp, unusual for freshwater fish, has just the right
I got strawberry shortcake again. That smells good. That sounds good. I kind of want dessert too.
amount of fat, and because of the water quality, the meat tastes so pure, just like snapper fillet. So now, you two chefs, show us what you've got, using the very best carp.
The carp eye lined up with his eye right here, and it was a little like Cthulhu-esque.
All right, today's battle, a rare opportunity to see Chaoju cooking in action. Challenger Miyazawa working out of the longest-running hotel.
He's a were-carp.
Hotel in Kyoto against Iron Chef Chinese Chen Kenichi, bound to emerge during the battle, a breakthrough or two.
Lou, is the sound okay? Is the show too loud?
In Chinese cuisine. Opening gong sounds and this high-level Chinese cuisine battle's underway.
Okay.
The theme ingredient, carp, live in the tank from Lake Akan up north in Hokkaido. When the theme was unveiled, Chen's reaction, slight bewilderment, and look as he struggles to hold on to that one, getting it out of, whoa, alive and kicking. Doesn't want to go down just yet. Hattori, these fish are snap.
I got biscuits rather than dessert cakes for it. Ooh. That fish deserves to be free. He got out.
And they're gigantic.
Yeah, these are quite big ones, actually, about 3 feet in length, some of them, and weight-wise about 20 pounds, I believe.
Now, does the large size affect the taste?
Well, the ones from Lake Akan, they say bigger ones over 3 feet could be a bit on the bland side, but the ones like these will be really good in taste with just the right amount of fat on it, and these don't have any unpleasant smell to them.
All right. Now on the challenger side, as I was back, and oh, check it out. He's hammering the carp's head with the flat side of his cleaver, trying to knock it out right there.
Now, if you look at the head, it has a lump on it, and it almost looks prehistoric, doesn't it?
Right. That's a good description, a good way of putting it.
Fukui-san?
Go ahead, Ota.
The challenger has just added Thai-style long-grained rice to his steamer.
Okay, Thai rice. Maybe he'll cook some carp Thai style. And here, the Iron Chef scaling the carp, removing the scales.
Wow, look at those scales. They're huge.
And Fukui-san,
bigger than my thumbnail.
Go ahead, Ota.
The number of carp these two chefs are using in today's battle is 2 each. The Iron Chef has 1 large one and 1 normal-sized one. The challenger has 2 of the large ones. Back to you.
All right, well, that should be enough.
Yeah, beat that fish. No, thank you. I've watched enough fish get clean in my life. I don't know how much I want to see this. And you two, it's not like hiding the YouTube.
Enough to go around.
All right, so he does have a large one as well.
Yes, Miyazawa has 1 big one. And cooking this fish does involve some prep work, i.e. manual labor. And now at this point, let's introduce our guests for today's battle. Today's challengers from Kyoto, and we have an actor born in Kyoto, Kinya Kitoji. Thanks for coming.
Nice to be here.
You know, the challenger's the head chef of the Kyoto Hotel's Chinese restaurant.
Yes.
And have you ever been there before?
Yes, of course. Kyoto Hotel's food is very highly spoken of in Kyoto, including their Chinese cuisine. It's really very wonderful.
Great.
Yes.
And thanks for joining us today.
Yes.
And when I think about Kyoto, I think about Maiko Geisha Girls, and we have with us actress Maiko Kikuchi. How you doing?
Oh, I'm pleasure to be here.
Welcome. This is your first time here, and right there, see that, Marimo? The ball.
We do not have a returning judge. I hope this challenger has shin guards for when they try crowbarring him. And also the scream at Black promote there. Yeah, because he was chopping the fish's head off, and I'm not supposed to show blood.
Ball-shaped waterweed?
Yes. I was about to drink this.
No, don't do that. It's from Lake Akan. You ever been there before?
Yeah.
I've been to Hokkaido, but I've never been to Lake Akan.
Well, the carp today's from Lake Akan also has the waterweed, which only grows in pristine waters.
Oh, do they actually eat this?
Well, that's a question for Doc.
Well, I guess they do eat water weeds too, but you don't want to eat too much of them,
Yeah,
though.
he's slicing through the head
big
going
mouth
down.
there, it's just a snack for them.
Oh, and now he's ripping it open.
All right, nice to have you. And of course, our commentator, Dr. Yukio Hattori.
Nice to be here.
And Hattori, here in Japan, carp's usually enjoyed as sashimi or in miso soup.
I never want to be reincarnated as a fish. Oh my god. I want to visit such a too. It seems so beautiful, but I feel bad that like other tourists have like ruined it because like now they don't like tourists there as much. Especially Americans. So like part of me doesn't want to go there because I don't want to be perceived as, I don't want the assumption that I'm going to be disrespecting the culture before I've even gotten there. Because like I really do love Japanese culture. Part of me wants to live there. Do it. Go. Oh god.
What's big in Chinese cuisine?
Well, they prefer fried carp with a sweet and sour sauce. Quite popular.
I'm telling you. Do what I did and just go while you can. Get your passport in order, set yourself up some money, and then when you can like apply for jobs, you know, somewhere in Japan, start learning Japanese, start doing all those things. You have the time in your life right now with your age that you can still. It's a little bit harder for people my age with a family, but you have the ability to actually take up these. I urge you, if a part of you wants to do it, do it. Worst case, now you've learned Japanese and now you're employable in another country because you learned Japanese. So I say do it.
All right, and a bit more info about the carp from Lake Akan as Miyazawa cleans that one. The carp look the same, but they're actually two types.
I'm waiting for them to finish cleaning the fish before we get back to it. Oh, God. Here, I'm just going to put it on just chatting. Bear with me. Don't know any language learning apps other than Duolingo. There's a few of them, but you're honestly better. You might be better off seeing if you could make friends with somebody in Japan who speaks English, and that way you can kind of bounce back and forth. Like get a pen pal. That you guys can bounce back and forth on and like kind of learn a little bit easier that way. I know a little bit of Japanese from watching way too much anime. That's another thing I would actually recommend. Watch some anime, but watch it subbed, not dubbed. And make sure you actually like pay attention because you'll start noticing like certain words go with certain phrases. And some of them are like really easy. Like if it's a word, if it's like a thing that has like come after, like, how do I start it? Like cake? K-A-K-E. Keke. There's like a decent bit of words that are like, kakoi means cool. I like that one. At least I think kakoi means cool. You start like picking up things after a little while. I was probably better at Japanese than I was on Duolingo than I was at like any other language than Norwegian.
Types, one with white meat, the other with red flesh.
And the challenger has the red one here.
I'm
yes,
sorry.
The red one, Miyazawa.
They're ripping out guts and everything. I don't want to show that on stream.
See. Now, the Iron Chef has a white one, and the white meat has more fat on it, I think, is the difference.
All right, the red color, it's not just because of the blood?
No, not at all.
So the meat itself, then, is red?
Right, yeah.
Okay, now over here, Iron Chef side that fish kicking up a storm. Ouch. Doesn't want to... That knife poke in the belly.
Fukui-san?
Yes, go ahead.
The Iron Chef just told me that he might even use the scales in one dish.
The scales?
Wow.
I wonder if they'd skin and butcher a deer on this show. Probably. I haven't seen any products come with like the fur on it, but I bet they would. Maybe like a rabbit.
And Fukui-san, yes. I asked the challenger about the red meat carp that he's got, and he said, yeah, I lucked out. I hit the jackpot. I've got the advantage now.
All right, so he wanted the carp with the red flesh and got it. Apparently 70% are white meat, 30% red, and you don't know which till they're opened up.
Well, I imagine the reason is, even though it's all carp, they're probably a different species or something along those lines.
It's good.
Sashimi is good.
Yeah, it's gonna be okay. As long as I stay sane in the next 1 hour. That's really pretty good.
Well, I guess that says something for the water quality of the lake.
Yes, and now here the challenger's got something else red on his side.
Oh, watermelon.
With
Oh,
some
it's
carp
watermelon.
in it. Kitoji-san, any idea what this one's for?
For flavor.
I was like, oh my god, is that innards? I immediately turned off the video feed. No, it's watermelon and fish. That's gotta be so refreshing.
Or he may use it to mask some fishy smell. Or maybe not, I could be wrong.
Fukui-san?
Yes.
He did say these don't have any strong smell.
Go ahead, Ota.
Sorry to interrupt. In this container, the watermelon added to the carp meat, as Kitoji-san mentioned, is to remove the fishy smell.
Yes, okay. There we go. We have, where is it? Narrator says what is happening before the commentator can say. Yes, that is what I consider happening. It happens all the time on this show. So go ahead and check that off.
Scored some points there.
Oh, incredible.
Just a wild guess, right? So to remove the fishy smell, the carp meat soaking in watermelon, that's a wild one.
15 minutes have elapsed.
All right, 15 minutes
Wow,
gone
15
today. Top
minutes?
quality carp airlifted in from northern Japan's Lake Akan up there in Hokkaido. They call this the snapper of the lake. And the Iron Chefs now got some chicken wings down with the carp in that pan. What an odd-looking pair he's got.
Yeah, looks that...
Fukui-san?
Take it.
In this container over here on the Iron Chef side, he has included the head of the carp, chicken wings, tenjan oil, regular soy sauce, and bean paste soy sauce.
All right, and we'll see what he does with that. Now, here we go on the challenger side. Miyazawa with the small...
I think he's gonna make a... This counts as fruit and veggies, right? No, so fruit and veggies are only the main ingredient. So, like, you know how yesterday it was peaches? That was fruit and veggie. So it's only fish is for this round. But we'll probably, since it's going pretty quick and I'm here till like 9:30, probably get 2 rounds in. Kind of like how we used to do for Kitchen Nightmares. I think if we were to do ingredients like that, the whole episode would be done so fast.
Smaller one, not quite submerged there and splashing it. What is this for?
I think this is to also deaden the smell by dipping it into hot water very lightly.
Just hot water? No stock in it?
Yeah, just the hot water, I think. And he'll probably pull it out pretty quickly.
He'd better. It's starting to cook.
Yeah, it's only get rid of the raw smell.
Yes.
He says this is just regular hot water.
All right, got it. Now, up in the royal box today, some bellhops and other employees of the Kyoto Hotel. And right there is the master chef of Kyoto
Why are there bellhops there?
the Hotel, Sarayuki Hotta. And with all his colleagues looking on, challenger Miyazawa's knee-deep in it, whipping out his Chaoju chops to try to defeat the Iron Chef today. And the Iron Chef now, he's got the chopped up head and tail and chicken wings. They are being deep fried.
Okay, I have to think this is going to be a stewed item. Fry them first, then stew.
Yes.
When I asked the Iron Chef about his strategy today, he said, I've decided to switch gears. The carp meat is really good. I've never had any this good, and that means I can prepare some raw dishes too. I'm really excited.
All right, well, his mood has brightened considerably from the start, and now here's the challenger's fish that we saw earlier, the one that got the hot water bath. Should be clean and odor-free after the hot water treatment.
Now, I'm going to say this one is for boiling.
Right here, in this pot?
Yeah.
Well, he's added some herbs to it. Honeywort or something.
Doesn't look like a Chinese herb. Yeah, I'd say honeywort.
Okay.
That's what...
Honeywort? That looks like cilantro a little bit. One right here. Maybe honeywort is cilantro?
It appears to be.
Fukui-san?
Yes.
About the green garnishing that was added to the carp fillet dish just now, there it is. He says it's Chinese celery.
Oh, okay, Chinese celery.
What? Leafy celery. Oh, so it is a type of celery. It's not like it's not an herb.
And several lime slices in there, too.
Yeah, we can guarantee that's lime. Now, this is a typical Chaozhou cooking technique for stewing.
Okay, and now over here, Iron Chef's side.
This is a tsago.
How about just an earthen pot, Doc? My Chinese vocabulary is already exhausted. The Iron Chef now going with an earthen pot for the fried chicken and wings and
the head of the carp in here as well.
Yes.
Commenting about the Chaozhou cuisine, the Iron Chef says, yeah, it's great food. One of my favorites. The hors d'oeuvres are very refined. I love them, he says.
Great. Some people say that among the 8 major cooking styles of Chinese cuisine, Chaozhou is probably the best one for the Japanese palate, to the taste of the Japanese people.
Okay, now if we can look at the challenger here, I think these are cured plums.
Umeboshi, yes, on the challenger side with the fish that he's boiling.
Yeah.
This looks like some kind of dish I would see in like a Studio Ghibli film, like 100. Oh.
The salt-cured plums.
Now, how does this fit in with Chaozhou cooking, Doc?
Well, actually, this is very typical, adding sourness to these items for stewing. Now, this maybe won't be a soy sauce-based flavor after all.
Go ahead.
I have a list of ingredients being used here. Chinese celery, limes, Chinese herbs, salt-cured plums or umeboshi, laurel leaves, red chili, chenpi, and star anise.
All right, you've got it covered. And Miyazawa's now slicing some carp meat.
And what's that? A gourd?
On Chen's side?
Yeah.
Oh, this one, that's winter melon.
Winter melon going into the earthen pot stew.
Yeah, it'll taste good after absorbing all the flavors.
Yes.
Getting back to a moment ago where the challenger was slicing and dicing some raw carp, that you see here is actually not just raw. He marinated that meat in a mixture of celery, shallots, garlic, onions, carrots, water, salt, and seasoning first. Then he let that chill in the fridge for a while, and that's what he was slicing.
So he dipped it into something beforehand?
Yes, it had been marinated beforehand.
Oh, that's interesting.
All right, we got that explained. We thought it was simple carp sashimi. No, something out of the ordinary. And now still with Miyazawa.
Okay, the challenger here. Now, what do we have here? What is this?
He's got the fat netting pulled out.
Oh, yeah, it's the pork.
And what's next to it? Fruit? Papaya, is it?
Papaya and foie gras, I believe.
Papaya, foie gras, marinated.
I don't kill them. I just gotta shoot their horns specifically. Ooh.
Needed carp meat, all to go into the fat netting. My.
Yeah, wrapping them all together there.
Looks almost like French food being prepared.
Yeah, very much so.
He's crossed over. All right, now we'll check in on the one with the watermelon.
Now, I wonder how he's going to be cooking this.
Yeah.
Probably add something to it before serving, I guess.
Hitoji-san, you mean cook together?
Or not cook it at all. Yeah.
Fukui-san?
Yes.
We just got word that the Iron Chef is gathering up all the carp fins.
The Iron
The
Chef?
Iron Chef is?
That's right.
Making a stop.
All right, a collection. Fin City right there. Are these for decoration? How would you use them, Doc? Help us out here.
Well, normally fins can be eaten after stewing them for a long time, and then it makes the gelatin soft enough. After all, we do eat shark fins, right?
Right, sure.
So carp fin dishes were actually the inspiration of shark fin dishes in Chinese cooking, and I'm hoping he makes some for us.
All right. Yes.
In this wok, the Iron Chef is simmering fried carp meat in a soup made of garlic, ginger, hot bean paste, chunyan chili paste, and chili oil.
All right, hot and spicy looking. And 30 minutes down, 30 to go in this Chaozhou versus Szechuan Chinese cuisine battle. The wars of the old dynasties revisited. The chefs using for ammo carp from Hokkaido's Lake Akan.
Fukui-san.
Yes.
I asked the Iron Chef what he's up to gathering all these fins, and he said, I'm going to steam them so that we can enjoy the webbing of the fins along with the meat. This size will be easy to eat and will taste great.
All right, Doc, you hit it on the head. Not the fish's head.
Okay, now if we can look at the Iron Chef here.
He's not cutting all the way through. A delicate touch.
Okay, now I'm hoping he's going to prepare a sweet and sour sauce for the top of this. I love that. It's a great dish.
We'll see if your prediction comes true. Now to the challenger's side. He's got 2 types of rolls here.
Fukui-san?
Yes.
Reconfirming what the challenger has here, 2 items, the marinated carp topped with foie gras and wrapped with the fatty netting, and the other one is the same marinated filet combined with papaya in another kind of wrapping.
Oh.
All right, papaya used in the one with the fat netting. So here we see foie gras and papaya, but used separately.
Okay, the one with papaya, the wrapping is rice paper.
Rice paper?
Yeah, right.
Like a spring roll.
Exactly.
Fukui-san.
Yes.
An interesting tidbit about the challenger's stew. He says, yeah, it is typical Chaozhou recipe, usually
I thought they were gonna drop some challenger lore.
used for cooking springer and other ocean fish, but I just had to be adventurous and try it with carp.
All right, the stew normally made with the saltwater fish, but today it's a fresh one.
Yeah.
Now, back to the Iron Chef's side. He's deep frying it. You're halfway there, Doc. Some sauce will be poured over these?
Again, I'm requesting the sweet and sour sauce, please. I don't know what he's going to do.
I wonder if he's taking requests today. Now, back to the challenger. Yes.
What the challenger is frying here is the carp and foie gras wrapped in the fat netting. He rolled these in batter before deep frying them.
A batter dip and a fresh fry.
And this just in, Fukui-san, the Iron Chef has sprinkled the scales with cornstarch and is just about to fry them.
Man alive.
Okay, that sounds good. It's going to be a very crispy fish scale cracker.
Close up, these scales are humongous. Some of them almost the size of a silver dollar.
They're huge.
It's a coelacanth.
All right, now, Challenger Miyazawa, the yellow liquid, believe it's egg yolk there.
Yeah, I'm frying them right now. These are the ones in rice paper.
Why coat it with egg yolk?
Boy, these also have the papayas inside, right?
Yeah, but what's the color about?
Fukui-san.
Well, it's probably one of the gold colors.
Yes, go ahead, Ota.
The batter that the challenger has chosen for this dish contains custard powder and eggs.
All right, now we got it. Custard powder. There's the strong yellow color. Now, back to the Iron Chef. Fried items been removed.
Fukui-san?
Yes.
You might want to write this down. This pot contains water, garlic, ginger, hot bean paste, chili oil, fried carp pieces, sugar, soy sauce, Chinese celery, pork belly, salt, Chinese rice wine, and egg yolks with more cornstarch and water mixed in. Back to you.
So many ingredients.
This would be great on steamed rice.
About 15 things in there. I gave up after 5. Pork belly, though, and hot bean paste, of course.
Yeah, he's really adding to the depth of the flavor by using the pork belly.
That's the way you do it.
It's definitely going to have an effect.
Chen's a genius at mixing flavors and perfecting them. And now Miyazawa's breaking out his watermelon-soaked carp.
Oh, it looks great.
Yeah, just as they are.
Uncooked carp and watermelon. And less than 15 minutes left in the battle now.
So this is marinated carp sashimi watermelon flavor.
That says it all.
Fukui-san.
That'll
Probably
be
do like a
a
small topping on
good
it.
first for us. Yes.
Concerning the item that the challenger was frying using custard powder and eggs, he tells me that it's not Chaoju style, that it's actually Cantonese food.
Oh, okay.
All right, thanks, Ota.
Well, carp is very popular in Cantonese cuisine as well.
Well, the stew, at least, is pure Chaoju cooking.
Right, and he's putting a lot of effort to the stew as well.
You think he's using a lot of soy sauce in his dishes?
Actually, not that I've noticed, no.
Okay.
So it'll be a very subtle flavor.
Yeah, mild and light.
Not too heavy.
No.
He's using a lot of soy sauce?
Not that I've noticed, no.
So it'll be a very subtle flavor.
Yeah, mild and light, right.
Not too heavy.
No.
Fukui-san?
Yes.
On the Iron Chef's side, the dish that, there it is, that had been stewing in the earthen pot, he is now chilling in a container in ice water.
What's up with that?
Okay,
Stewing and then chilling.
I think he wants to get a jelly-like substance like terrine.
A terrine, all right. Chill out. It's cool. Go ahead.
The latest on the carp fins the Iron Chef had is he has added salt, soy sauce, lard, and ginger for flavoring and has put them into a steamer.
Okay, thanks, Ota.
Okay, into a steamer.
Yes, replay the steamer employed, and now we're beginning to see the dishes gradually take shape on both sides of the kitchen. Original creations Chinese style with the freshest of carp.
Okay, now this right here, could this be evaporated milk that he's thrown in?
Fukui-san.
Yes.
Yes, it is evaporated milk on the Iron Chef side, and it also has ginger, scallions, red chili, and Chinese soup stock.
Okay, to be used in combo with the filet.
Did you see him preparing slices of filet? I didn't.
Well, not lately. Maybe not at all. Okay, now the challenger's scooping his Thai rice right there into the wok.
Okay, so a fried rice?
Fukui-san?
Yes.
I cornered Chef Hota up in the royal box, who says Miyazawa is doing great as usual. As for me, you say you want me to challenge an Iron Chef in the near future? Well, maybe sometime in the far future, haha. But getting back to Miyazawa, I just can't see him losing this one.
Well, Chef Hota is one of the top French chefs in Japan, so...
Without a doubt.
Yeah, and many chefs look up to him.
We've got to get him on the show. He can take on Sakai.
Get to work on that, will you?
All right. And now the clock is winding down, and Miyazawa continues to fry the Thai rice while his boss monitors his every move. He did add something to it seconds ago, and back now with the Iron Chef, and this, the cool-down carp concoction, and rice to the side, the rice not flavored.
No, his dishes are best with just plain old steamed rice.
Yes, sir, I agree with you on that one.
By the way, you know, I want to know what happened with those fried items that he had before.
Oh, the ones that you've been waiting for, right,
Yeah,
Doc?
yeah. So
okay,
he's going to
let's
pour...
pan there. There they are.
So it's going to get poured over this,
pour
maybe.
What?
The sweet and sour sauce.
Did you see him making any sweet and sour sauce?
He might do that in the last minute.
Yeah.
Baking up fillets.
Right, exactly.
All right. And now we're going to switch back to Miyazawa. He's got his hands on the fried carp and on the rice there.
Bacon?
So he's added fried carp to this.
Fried carp on fried rice, Chaoju style with carp.
Okay, well, in Hong Kong, you see many fried fish used in dishes. So that's probably the image that he's following here.
Well, I tell you, it even looks like it's smoked there, the meat there.
Yeah,
but this
it does.
is the
I thought it was bacon.
fried one, I believe.
Fukusan?
Yes.
This is fried carp.
Okay.
And I asked the challenger whether this fried rice is an original. He said, I got the hint from Japanese-style rice and tea. Some add rice crackers on top, and he thought fried carp would be a good alternative.
Well, there's the inspiration.
Okay, so he's going to pour tea over this, hot tea over top.
Or some very mild soup over it.
Yes.
Maybe.
That's a possibility. After all, he is from Kyoto.
All right, now back on the Iron Chef's side.
Okay,
This one's been under wraps here. Some carp meat among the items in this.
Okay, hang on a second. If we can get back to the challenger, see, he's also frying the scales here.
He has an
Yes, a
injury.
straight deep-fried job.
He has an injury. I saw a glove with a Band-Aid and a bunch of blood. So, where is it? Someone gets hurt. There you go.
No coating, no nothing. Perhaps a garnish for one of the dishes.
Oh, they're.
Maybe he's saying, this is his way of saying, anything you can do, Iron Chef, I can do as well.
Fukusan?
Yes.
Yes, the Iron Chef has a dish which has a plate and a glass, if we can get another shot of it. There it is. Do you see the item with corn in it?
Yes.
That's a combination of carp fillet pieces, salt, Chinese rice wine, egg whites, and cornstarch mixed with oil and fried. And he then added corn and broad beans, after which he stirred in the sauce with the evaporated milk base.
All right.
And voila, this is what you see.
Evaporated milk sauce finds its home there.
All right, still got a shot for the sweet and sour sauce.
Oh, so far so good.
And Chen breaks out the noodles on his side, and so his full course is really filling out now. 5 minutes left.
I may not make it. Oh, well, if I don't make it, I don't make it. Yeah,
Only
just keep
5
going.
minutes left. Can he get the dish done?
He's just saying that.
Oh, yeah, he's under control.
All right, now the challenger, some oolong cha, oolong tea. This a separate entity from the tea for the fried rice?
Yeah, I think this will just be plain old tea served on the side.
All right, the way of tea.
Fukusan.
Yes.
Talking about the noodles we just saw, the Iron Chef says, I'm going to add them to the stew I'm making in the earthen pot. I really dug a hole for myself, he says, by changing strategy, but it's not over yet.
All right, he'll add the noodles to the stew?
That's how I understood it.
Okay, to the stew. I see.
All right, well, he's got only a little over 2 minutes to get the noodles in, finish the cooking, get the dish off, and Chen's cutting it close with this one. Crunch time for him.
Fukusan.
Yes.
About the fried scales the challenger was preparing, he has also coated them with a sugar and water syrup.
I didn't catch that, Ota. The Iron Chef?
No, the challenger.
Okay, the challenger. He did add a flavor component to the fried scales. Now, here the Iron Chef's unflavored yet, I believe, but time is really the issue now for him.
Fukusan.
Yes.
The challenger just told me that he forgot to mention that before enjoying his courses, tea will be served. It's a must for Chaoju-style dining, influenced by Fujian-style cuisine.
Oh.
And there's a taste test by the challenger.
Okay, well, where's my sweet and sour sauce?
Wake up, Doc. Dream's over.
Oh, man. Hey, wait a minute. Moment of truth there.
Less than a minute.
This is not sweet and sour sauce.
Well, it looks like it.
Fukusan?
Yes.
Hattori-san will be pleased to know that this is garlic, ginger, ketchup, water, salt, sugar, cornstarch, and scallions.
Well, okay, we got the sweet part at least.
All right, Doc. Half a loaf, better than none. Now the final seconds are ticking. Miyazawa, the Chaoju-style Chinese cuisine expert from Kyoto, and Iron Chef Chen Kenichi, specializing in Szechuan-style cooking. They've battled to the hilt these 60 minutes. 30 seconds remaining now. Miyazawa inspecting his lineup of dishes. He's nearly done. It all looks good. Nice presentation right there with the flower and orchid on the plate on top. Chen behind the 8-ball to try to finish up everything. Perspiration, no vacation for the Iron Chef today. The theme threw him for a loop, and he's been playing catch-up most of the way. 10 seconds left now. Order on Miyazawa's side. They've got everything done. Disarray on Chen's. The Iron Chef and his assistants, they're scrambling over there to try to finish it up in time. They have made it, though. That's it. The cooking's done. The carp battle is over.
How was the battle?
Very short.
Short?
Yeah.
How about your dishes?
So-so, I'd say.
Just so-so?
Yes.
Have you beaten the Iron Chef?
I really would like to win.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Another thriller.
Great fun with that huge carp. So I had to switch my game.
I love Chen Kenichi's voice actor. Oh my god. Sometimes the actors that they didn't even crowbar anyone yet. What the fuck? Oh, we gotta get dishes. And nobody used the ice cream machine. That's like a staple in almost
The
every
plan
episode.
B.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah, well, the fins look good. Every piece of it looked good. I just wish I had more time to do this carp.
You look pretty rushed.
I wanted more time.
And your dishes?
Well, they're okay. The taste is what I was looking for, but it's not what I think. You know, it's up to the judge's preferences.
Challenger Miyazawa is offering 6 dishes. Before starting, tasters will follow the Chaozhou style and enjoy tea. The first dish, carp liver with fermented tofu, a graceful presentation of boiled heart, liver, and other innards in a tofu sauce. Second, carp and watermelon hors d'oeuvre, a cool and refreshing way to enjoy carp sashimi with no trace of a fishy smell. Third is carp stew, Chaozhou style. It's the carp broth which adds a profound taste to this dish. Various herbs and spices are used to present the natural flavor of the carp in a sophisticated fashion. Fourth, fried carp. 2 flavors matching foie gras and papaya with sliced carp fillet. 2 ingredients which surprisingly match perfectly with the filleted meat. Carp fried rice with tea. He first steamed Thai rice before boiling it, more proof of Chaozhou style cooking involving many steps. The crispy texture and flavor of the fried carp fillet is enjoyed together with the rice. Last is carp scale biscuits.
So he had
Sweetened
like
with
6.
chocolate syrup, it's a nice way to close out the full course dinner. Iron Chef Chen has 5 dishes.
Okay.
He starts off.
We have 5 dishes. I think they said the challenger has 6. So got complete 5 dishes. No one skipped a dish. I don't know if anybody said I've never had that. Oh, the Iron Chef said I've never had this carp before. So we can check that off. No pressure cooker, no celery guest, no American name drop. Everybody finished their dish. No dishes got scrapped. Quiet outside. Challenger wins. We won't know yet. Ice cream machine. A dish / meal described as a season. Okay, so did pretty good on this one. Got 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. If anybody needs one read again, let me know.
Off with a carp hors d'oeuvre, 2 items. The first, Szechuan style sashimi to be enjoyed in a special hot sauce. The second, stir-fried carp in garlic. Evaporated milk is the key to this item. Second is steamed carp fins. He steamed the fins in Chinese rice wine. Tasters can enjoy the gelatin texture of the fins. Scallions accentuate this masterpiece of mildness. Third is carp terrine, Chinese style. The Iron Chef's Szechuan hot sauce is controlled with superb precision. This cold dish matches quite well with steaming boiled rice. Fried carp with sweet and sour sauce. The carp slices are presented in the shape of chrysanthemum flowers. The sauce is a delightful match for the pieces of crispy fried carp fillet. Last is carp stew, Szechuan style. Noodles will be added just prior to serving. The fried head and tail of the carp were used to make the broth, adding body and depth to the overall flavor. With so many ingredients added, a homemade stew recipe is turned into an Iron Chef production. Today's challenger, Kaoru Miyazawa from Kyoto, with expertise in one of Chinese cuisine's lesser-known styles, Chaozhou cooking. For his opponent, Miyazawa gives us a classic matchup, choosing Szechuan specialist Iron Chef Chinese Chen Kenichi. Chairman Kaga delivers on 2 fronts, unveiling the theme, carp, a Chinese cuisine tester and the snapper of Lake Akan. Miyazawa doesn't miss a beat on his way to producing a set of 6 dishes.
Yeah, 6 dishes.
It wasn't as smooth for the Iron Chef, but he delivers 5 on time for evaluation. And now the moment of truth, tasting and judgment. On the panel today.
Oh my god, the table is on an angle. Did you guys see that? It's like going like that.
Are photographer Tenmei Kano, actress Maiko Kikuchi, actor Kinya Kitaoji, and culinary critic Asako Kishi. First, the dishes of challenger Miyazawa.
Yes, we use fruit, yes.
The carp is very crispy, and it matches well with the watermelon, really. And the Japanese ginger also adds a nice flavor, I think.
It's a very refreshing dish, and the carp is so fresh. But I wanted a stronger flavor, just a little bit.
The third dish, carp stew, is served by challenger Miyazawa.
How you boil the fish is really key to this dish, yes.
When I had the soup, it was a bit too salty. But when I had the fish, it was great.
The soup has absorbed the flavor of the carp. And, well, this dish is a nice way to enjoy carp.
This is a freshwater fish with a mysterious flavor, I'd say. I've never had anything like this. I say this is really good.
Oh, I fried one after wrapping foie gras in it. The other, I wrapped carp and papaya in rice paper and then fried them.
I can't tell where the carp meat is in this. And really, it's a bit strange. But the flavor of the inside is very good. Really delicious. But again, I'm not sure where the carp is, that's all.
Carp meat alone is almost tasteless, in my opinion, so it's a matter of what kind of flavoring we experience. I like the challenger's approaches, yes.
For me, there's no comparison. I like it with the tea. You made this to pour tea over, right?
Yes, that's correct.
This is a wonderful way to end a meal. It's really relaxing.
I've heard Chaozu cooking is known for its seafood dishes. But I think he did a great job in handling the freshwater fish.
And now, Iron Chef Chen's dishes are before the panel.
I tasted the fillet. It was very similar to snapper, so I changed gears. See, I've also added Szechuan classics.
The fermented soybean paste is very nice. You don't want to use it too much on it, but this is a unique form of sashimi, I'd say.
Like he said, too much hot sauce would make it difficult to eat. But if you eat it together with the other item, it's wonderful.
You know, fish fins are very good. You suck on the fins to eat them.
For the first time, I smell the carp. I mean the aroma of the carp. It's not a fishy smell.
This is my first time. It's very good.
Thank you.
It might also be good floated on warm sake.
Are you?
That might be good.
I've seen people do that before.
I had this many times as I was growing up. The gelatin hardens like jelly overnight. You put that cold onto steaming rice. I had this many times.
The flavor is very strong, but it has a gentle feeling to it, reminding me of a family dinner table. That's how I feel.
You put this on steaming rice, and you eat it as the gelatin is starting to melt. Sounds so good.
Now the Szechuan stew is served by the Iron Chef after adding the noodles.
This would be great. Sorry, when you're outside in location in the winter.
I don't really go for hot dishes, usually, but this is okay. If it was hotter, I think I would probably be sweating.
I think I'm going to count that as meal/dish described as a season.
But this is not so hot,
That's
actually.
right, yeah.
I can't help comparing this dish against the challenger's similar dish. I think the challenger's carp was lighter, so to speak. Yeah, like a middle-aged woman,
What? Oh, my. I like this dish. It's very gentle and warm.
You didn't see them take the crowbar to the challenger because they took it to each other. Oh my goodness.
A homemade stew. The flavor is complex, but you know, the carp from Lake Akan is very good. It speaks of the water quality there.
And now the verdict, moments away. Who catches the big one today?
Jeez, I'd have to like score it immediately after finishing it.
京都の中華は私の口には合わない、その言葉を撤回したいと思います。ごめんなさい、審査は2対2で分かれました。得点差で勝敗が決まります。それでは発表します。
Today in Kitchen Stadium, Chaozhou versus Szechuan cooking. Both Chinese, yet markedly different in approaches to the theme. Challenger Miyazawa rising to the occasion, and Iron Chef Chen having to go all out. Now both men wait, perhaps feeling like a live carp about to be sliced open. Who takes it? Whose cuisine reigns supreme?
It's
Oh my god, the Iron Chef won? It was the fish fins, wasn't it? Oh my goodness. The Iron Chef won. Check that off on your bingo boards. All right, I have to bathroom. Little snacky. Boo. Don't worry, we're gonna get another episode in. I just gotta use the bathroom. Here's some Halloween lo-fi. I'll be right back. Sorry, I wanted to help my son was like throwing a fit for bath time.
In the car.
And so I wanted to help get him dressed to help alleviate some of that problem. I got one horn shard from an electric dragon and lost my bow while giving chase because I got hit by a ball of electricity and dropped my bow. That sucks. All right. Clear your bingo board. Well, actually, no, don't clear your bingo board. Yeah, don't clear your bingo board. We'll keep going. 5 in a row wins. Okay. Anyway, I want to do that, and then I want to grab a snack, and then I'm going to go to the bathroom, and way longer than expected, but I'm sorry, but I'm back. And it's back to Kitchen Nightmares bingo. I mean, Iron Chef bingo. Gosh. Oh, yeah, and then I can skip to, like, the 5-minute mark.
Five years ago, a man's fantasy
大胆に使いこなすニンニク使いの名手がやってまいりました。さあ皆さん大きな拍手でお迎えください。新宿アルバート料理長三浦京則。
Walking the red carpet into Kitchen Stadium, a chef known as the Grandmaster of Garlic. Challenger Miura doing Italian cuisine proud and becoming famous for the creativity he puts into his dishes. Trained in Genoa, Italy, today his skills will be displayed before a national audience.
Nice to meet you.
ニンニク使いの名手ということですけれども、あなたにとってニンニクは何でしょう？
Well, it's essential to Italian food. Really, my partner, I should say. Yes.
じゃあ今日はそのニンニクを繊細に大胆に使っていただきます。
Yes.
どうぞ頑張ってください。
Thank you. I'll do my best today.
それではあなたを迎え撃つうちの3人の鉄人を登場させましょう。よみがえるがいアイアンシェフ。
The legendary men of the culinary field in Japan, the Iron Chefs. Iron
I hope it's more. Oh, it's Morimoto.
Chef Chinese Chen
I need some American name drops.
Kenichi, Iron Chef French Hiroyuki Sakai, and Iron Chef Japanese Masaharu Morimoto. They make Kitchen Stadium the venue for new trends.
さあ伺いましょう。誰と戦いますか？
Sakai-san, please!
All right, as loud as he can, the challenger demands Sakai as his opponent.
Hi. Hiroyuki Sakai, French. Wait, yeah, French chef. Iron Chef, French too. Messed that up.
Iron Chef French Hiroyuki Sakai, one of the first to incorporate Japanese techniques in French cuisine. And for his artistic use of color and scents, he's revered as the Delacroix of French cuisine. Today, he's got the challenge of the Garlic Grandmaster. An engaging battle looms on the immediate horizon.
今回はニンニクともよく合うイタリアンではおなじみのもうすぐ旬のあの魚介類にしてみました。フレンチとは無縁なのでそんなものにはするめえと思ったのですが、それでは発表します。今日のテーマはこれです。
Win! Same type of squid. You can go ahead and check off shellfish. Shellfish are indeed not fish, and squid, I believe, are a type of shellfish. They're a mollusk. They're just no, one type of squid.
今日のテーマ、スルメイカ。
They're alive!
Challenger Miura on Italian cuisine.
They're alive!
Seeing Garlic Godfather licking his chops to get after the theme ingredient squid, while Sakai's left to fend for himself, an ingredient not used in French cuisine. How will he bail himself out here? Opening gong, we're underway, and right from the get-go, assistance from both sides sprinting to the side tables as the chefs quickly make their way up to the ingredient stand. Live squid in the tank up there. And Sakai's known to be somewhat squeamish handling live, slippery seafood, and these squid are very much alive. Thank you. Well, Hattori?
Yep.
With squid, Sakai is swimming against the tide today, wouldn't you say?
Well, yeah, in the sense that he doesn't really use these much in the French cooking. But, you know, he's no stranger to Japanese cuisine either, so...
But, Doc, recall he lost the octopus battle. That was more than 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah? Oh, right. Now I remember. Sure.
So maybe a chance to turn the tables with a similar theme today. Whoa, what's going on here?
Fukuyi-san?
Yes, go ahead.
Speaking of Iron Chef Sakai, he just said to me, hey, how many times have I got to tell you guys I don't like slimy things? And he just said he just got bit by one.
Bit?
Yeah, well, they do have, it's like a bill around the mouth, yeah.
Yeah, really? The beak.
Okay, and for sure the Iron Chef was left dumbfounded when the theme was unveiled. He's somewhat apprehensive about handling the snapping squid. And now, Challenger Miura, you could throw a flag. He is piling on the garlic here. In that basket, more garlic now into the second basket. Never enough garlic to satisfy.
He took all the garlic and left his opponent with none.
By this man, 2 baskets full as he makes his way back to his chopping board. There's the Iron
Whoa.
Chef. What was that? Was it a scream from him? What's happening over there? Huh? The chef.
Guys, give me a break. I don't even like touching these. Ugh.
All right, some uncharacteristic sentiments voiced by the Iron Chef, but don't look for him to pack it in. He'll get rolling. His last win in the peach battle, that was his 5th in a row, and now on the other side, challenger Miura seems to be reveling in the garlic right out of the gate. Yes, Ota?
I've been told that the challenger, Chef Miura, is preparing to use 2 kinds of garlic, one from Italy and the other from right here in Japan. Back to you.
All right, Italian garlic, J Garlic. Italy, of course, the #1 producer of garlic in the world. Miura comes recommended as a genius in using garlic, one of the 3 key ingredients in Italian cuisine. The other 2, tomatoes and olive oil. He's the master chef at Al Baccio in Shinjuku. And with that, let's introduce our guests for this squid battle. First, next to me in a black dress, appropriately colored for a squid ink dye, the lovely, talented actress Fumie Hosokawa. Nice to have you.
Pleasure to be here.
It's been quite a while, Hosokawa-san, since you were last year on the program.
Yes, it's been quite...
We've got a returning chef. A returning celebrity guest. Oh my goodness. Oh, I have 5 in a row. But I'm only keeping track. I hope they use the ice cream machine. How's your board looking, Blue?
Quite a while since I've been here. Yes.
So tell us, you like squid?
Yes, squid. Yes, I like it very much.
How about with loads of garlic?
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, well, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
And we also have, not in squid ink black, but rather salmon.
Oh my god, he looks like Charlie Kirk a little bit. Like just a little bit. I have 1 place where I'm 1 from bingo. What do you need? He does, right? Challenger wins. Oh.
Pink, actor Yoshizumi Ishihara, nice to have you.
Hello, nice to be here.
Ishihara-san, how do you like your squid?
Squid. Well,
He's also been on a few times.
it's as good as sashimi raw. It's sweet. The sweetness comes out as you chew. Yeah, I like sashimi.
Okay, we'll see if the chefs come up with a raw dish or 2. Thanks for joining us today.
It's my pleasure.
And of course, our commentator, Dr. Yukio Hattori.
All right, let's get at her.
Now, is that what I think it is? Garlic and milk?
Kusan?
Yes, Ota.
The challenger has combined milk and garlic in this pot.
All right, I've never seen that before. Garlic cloves in milk.
Okay, well, actually, by heating this up, this technique is called masking. And what it does is it masks the smell of the garlic or controls it.
Oh, wow. That's unbelievable. Haven't seen that before.
Oh, yeah. Someone told me once to drink milk after eating garlic.
Yeah, milk will do that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's actually the fat in the milk that will mask the garlic.
Okay, and what's this, Ota? Tell us.
Yes, the Iron Chef has glutinous rice mixed with red rice in this container.
That's the dark stuff, the red rice. The taste, Doc, close to regular rice?
Actually, closer to glutinous rice.
Okay. A blend of red and glutinous rice. For the record, note uncooked. So squid stuffed with rice, perhaps?
That's what I was thinking.
Fukuyi-san?
Yes, Ota.
When I asked Chef Sakai about his tactics today, he said, well, you guys know that squid is not a French cuisine ingredient, but I'll make it French cuisine. If the challenger is the Grandmaster of garlic, then I'm the Grandmaster of seafood.
All right, well, that's a good sign. The Iron Chef has tossed out his first barb, and Sakai's got a tan. You know, he said he caught some rays when he went fishing at Ishigaki Island last week.
Oh, so that's what makes him the master of seafoods?
Go ahead, Ota.
I asked the challenger Miura the reasons for dipping garlic into milk, and he told me that it was to erase the strong smell of the garlic. He said that basically it's like soaking garlic in milk to wash away the extra smell.
All right, he knows. He's
I know
the
this
expert.
is his A game, but just look at that load. What is he going to do with these? Use all of them?
Hey, remember in the opening he said garlic's his pal.
Hey.
And he and his pals are bonding right now.
Oh, but even still.
Oh, this is too much.
And up in the royal box, Miura's master.
Just gal pals. Just 2 garlic gal pals hanging out, doing garlic things.
Chef Tsutomu
Doing Italian things.
Ochiai, also a highly regarded Italian chef, and Ochiai is all eyes watching his one-time apprentice. And right there is the challenger's mother, Misako Miura, a proud day for mom. So in front of his mentor and master, the garlic grandmaster hopes his expertise shines brightly. And now we will go back over to the Iron Chef side, Sakai, with the food processor. Go!
In the food processor, the Iron Chef is blending squid and scallops together.
Squid and scallops?
That's right.
It sounds like a perfect pairing right there.
Yes, no doubt about that.
And color-wise, no problem blending these two. And about the possibilities for color manipulation, neither
Literally
side's
an
given any
anime.
indication at this point that they're preparing to use squid ink. Now, what is this?
It's a ray.
Dried squid.
Okay, dried
Oh.
squid getting rehydrated.
It looks with this right here and the way this is, I'm like, that's a ray.
Yeah, dried squid. Now, if you can look at the Challenger, if we can get the camera switched back over the Challenger over here. Come on,
Okay,
guys.
we've got it.
There we go.
Challenger's side, one of his helpers doing this,
He's
slicing
only
off
using
the suction cups.
Look.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of.
Maybe to be used for their chewy texture?
Well, the Iron Chef is some Chinese hot bean paste along with him there, so I'm not sure what he's doing.
Cuisine,
Go.
Interesting.
in this bowl.
I mean, I know some people eat the suction cups when you eat the squid, but like, I've never seen those separated just on their own.
The Iron Chef is mixing minced squid meat, olive oil, squid slices, scampi prawns, and exo hot bean paste.
Okay, we see that right there.
And he's just added salt cured squid.
Wow.
Okay, so the pinkish stuff is the salt-cured squid. Okay.
Ishihara-san, you think this could be a raw item?
Maybe served like a canapé, huh?
Fukuyi-san,
take it.
The Iron Chef told me that the reason he's using XO hot sauce is because he wanted to add more body to the squid.
All right, well, maybe he got that idea from Chen Kenichi, our Iron Chef Chinese. Probably told him, hey, you get in trouble, go to my XO hot bean paste. That's what they do. They hook up and trade war stories, these guys. We're back, Sakai working his mixture, and now what's the challenge you pulled out? Take it, Ota.
This is brodo de pesce, which he prepared before that he's pouring out of this bowl and into this pot.
Okay, that means fish broth in Italian, or for the layman, just fish soup.
All right. Then this is a soup.
Well, or broth for something else, not sure yet.
Doc, the same as fumé de poisson?
Well, basically, yeah, the same. It's a fish soup. Sure.
Fukuyi-san?
Yes.
About the fish broth that the Challenger has, he has taken about half of it and added it to a pot containing olive oil, Italian garlic, onions, carrots, celery, and potatoes, and that's what you see here.
Very flavorful.
Okay, now the Iron Chef is using ring molds for making terrine here.
Yes, this is Sakai's procedure for making hors d'oeuvres.
Oh, how cute.
And Sakai's going to have to pull out all the stops today, not being well versed with the theme.
Fukuyi-san?
Yes.
Inside these ring molds, the Iron Chef is stuffing the before-mentioned mixture of minced squid, scampi prawns, XO hot sauce, and salt-cured squid, to which he has also added herbs and soy sauce.
All right, thanks, Ota.
Yeah, it does sound like an hors d'oeuvre.
And these will not be cooked, served like this?
Yeah, probably as they are, right.
All right, well, there you go, Ishihara. Now, the Challenger here, creating in the pot like a bird's nest or something.
Now, this maybe straw?
What's he doing?
Rice plants?
Hattori, what's happening?
Wheat, maybe. I don't know.
Possibly for a smoking effect?
That's what it's starting to look like,
Oh, no,
isn't
he
it?
lit it.
Yep, okay, there it goes. Gonna light it up.
Oh, I've never seen this before.
Something's burning, baby, yes.
What the Challenger is burning inside this pot to use as smoke is straw and a combination of herbs, estragon, oregano, rosemary, and sage.
All right, 3 or 4 herbs. First, I bring you fire to burn. And this is brandy. This thing's gonna really light up.
Okay, I think he's probably gonna be grilled.
This makes me want to watch Adam's West because the dubbing.
Something over top of this thing.
And Fukuyi-san,
I get it. Go ahead, Ota.
the Challenger has rubbed these squid slices with ground Japanese garlic.
Some prep work already done there, huh?
Yes, he's planning ahead.
Okay, so the grill with garlic smothered squid over the smoldering fire, straw, and 4 types of herbs plus brandy are burning there, the meat being infused with a very nice aroma.
Oh, wait a minute. I only see
reminds me
4
of
pieces
ramen.
on the fire there. Take a look.
Good
Look.
point. Now,
fair.
back on Sakai's side.
You know, these are tomatoes, if I'm not mistaken.
I miss being able to eat fun different types of fishes. I know tariffs are out of control, man. We can't even enjoy good seafood anymore. And when it's not the tariffs, it's destroying the environment. Also, hi Daisy.
They are tomatoes, right? Tomatoes.
Fukuyi-san,
Go.
the contents of this pot, the Iron Chef tells me,
it's
are
health
butter,
issues?
onions.
Okay, fair. Not everything's political. I don't eat much fish. I would not recommend eating fish that far inland, Blue. I suffer from gout. Oh no, that's rough. Gotta hurt. So sorry. Yeah, Blue, I would not eat any kind of seafood as far inland as you are. Sucks, but hello. I get fish fry every now and then. I don't know, man. You're so far inland. like, I don't know. Like, sometimes I don't even trust the fish around here if it's like off season. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I don't want that. Tuna, my one exception. I am always good for tuna. I'm always down for tuna.
Onions, olive oil, shallots, garlic, squid ink, fruit tomatoes, and white wine.
Easy, we're playing bingo. It should be pinned at the top of the chat. When you're ready, if you want, I'll read off all of the things that are already checked off. They get the fish in, and you have to call early and have to to even have a chance of getting one. Oh, so they like bring the fish in from like the inland. All right, hang on. No, you're good. No, that's a break. Not the ball of my foot, the heel of my foot is hurting so bad. I have to get shoes like actual like cushion. Okay, so got the free space, which is today's secret ingredient. Have someone gets hurt. Narrator says what is happening before the commentators can say it. That's the guy that's down on the floor doing the interview is the commentator, and the narrator is the guy that's like up in the booth. That happens like a shellfish. Returning celebrity guest. I've never had ingredient before. Always an easy bet. Where are we? Iron Chef French to Hiroyuki Sai. Look for the word French. That's what we're doing. I messed that up so hard and I cannot go back and fix it. Today's secret ingredient. Oh wait, that's the free space. My bad. Fish. Carp was the previous episode. Eats 5 dishes. Iron Chef Chinese Kenichi. Also, I just copy and pasted these names from the wiki, so I'm sorry. A dish/meal described as an Iron Chef wins. Have a total of 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You should have a total of 11. Counting the free space. All right, I'm catching up. All right, got it? Good. No worries. All right.
Right, squid ink is broken out.
Okay, no, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a sauce.
And 30 minutes gone, 30 to go. The squid battle between Italian and French cuisines enters the second half. From here on out, no wiggle room. Go.
I got some comments from Chef Ochai, who's observing from the Royal Box, and he says that the way
the last episode, there were bellboys. The episode before that, there was a guy whose wife left him, and they aired all of it out. Oh, it was so good. He like came into the thing and he was like, and he's struggling with some issues at home, but there's some bug on me. Oh, there's a bug on me. They murdered that man on live TV. He was like, I'm struggling, but I don't want to talk about it. Like, that was like his whole intro. And then like the commentator, the one that's down on the floor, was like, oh, we managed to get him to talk about it a little more, and apparently his wife left him and moved back in with her parents. and then apparently, like, we found out some more information, and then the wife wrote in a letter get read, and like the narrator was like, okay, and this is the final. Oh wait, no, it's not the final. I'm being handed a piece of paper. I'm being told it's a letter from his wife. I'm being told yes, I do have to read this. And then he read the letter, and the wife was like, yeah, I'm proud of you, but I need some time away from you. at the end, when everybody was tasting the food, the judge goes, "Oh, I'd come home." They could not leave it alone. It's so good. This show's a masterpiece.
The squid is being smoked with the straw is very unique. He says he's never seen anything like it. This is very interesting, he says.
Ochiai says it didn't come from him. In fact, he's never even seen it. Maybe Miura should apply for a patent on that. And now the Iron Chef, the rice right there. What a color.
Red rice. Look at that. That's
You have marital issues. They were thrown in his face every time.
I've never seen anything like this before.
And Doc, the rice is already flavored, right?
Yeah, I'd say enough flavoring already.
Again, it's a blend of red rice and glutinous rice and some squid in it too, as I recall.
Yeah.
And now back with Miura, some squid pieces on the tray. The color here, what was something added to this?
Maybe grilled in miso.
Yes.
These are the tips of the squid heads. They've been marinated in olive oil and then grilled.
All right, the hue there from grilling in olive oil.
Okay, now somehow I think this is going to be somewhat sweet.
Imagine if it was something else and you're like, "Hi, your child was still born." Oh my god, no. Oh my god. I don't know if they talk as much shit in the American Iron Chef, but I would love to probably try doing a few of those episodes. I'm sure they're somewhere.
Sweet.
Yeah, like a teriyaki.
Yeah.
And still on the challenger side.
What in the world is going on?
Okay, well, this is squid ink.
Okay, Miura's broken out the squid ink too, yes.
After the loss of the child, they wanted to appear on Iron Chef.
In this bowl, the challenger is adding squid ink to a combination of fresh cream, granulated sugar, egg yolks, garlic, milk, and ginger juice, a mixture he is now pouring into the ice cream maker.
Ice cream.
Ice cream machine! Ice cream machine! Yes! Look who always calls it. Oh my god, ice cream machine. Hell yeah! Hell yeah, we love to see it. There are so few episodes in this series where the ice cream does not get used. Like, he's making a dish for squid. Oh, you got bingo? Post it to screenshot to the Discord. I'll grab it. Hold on. On up. Hell yeah. You came in and swooped up bingo before Blue could get it. I posted to Charlie, look at this. Oh, while I'm looking at the Discord and I'm looking at the last thing that Tim posted in the Charlie, look at this. The update for Fallout 76 has been fantastic. It has been so good, but people keep making bases in the sky without a way to cushion our fall. So, basically what's happening is if you teleport into here and you get to their store, and they leave, you just fall out of the sky. So there needs to be something. It's not letting me, hold on. Hold on. Oh, wait. Did I accidentally make I don't know how to run a Discord, okay? I'm not the hero Gotham needed. I'm the hero that just happened to be here. And I have no idea what I'm doing. Just chatting works fine. Yeah, that's fine. All right. I put in just chatting. Based. All right. So, I like your little blue line right here. And right here. All right. So, we got narrator says, wait, where's the, yeah, narrator says what is happening before the commenter does. Yes. We've got, wait, why did I cross that one off? Sorry. We've got Iron Chef, Hiroyuki Sakai. Yup, we know that. Free Space. I've never had that ingredient before. And Returning Celebrity Guest. Let's go! Hell yeah! That sucks, Blue. All right. Now we're just gonna finish the show out at this point.
Squid ink ice cream.
Nice job,
Ice cream maker in action. This'll be squid ink ice cream. And Hoskow-san, don't tell me you've never tasted it before. No way.
Oh, no. What would it taste like?
Your guess is as good as mine, because I've never had it either.
Okay, now the Iron Chef is using part phyllo wrappings here.
To wrap what? With this?
Fukuyi-san?
Yes.
Do you see the small glass bowl the Iron Chef has next to those wrappings?
Yes.
Those are dried squid
GG, new game tomorrow.
slices that he had been soaking in water.
Oh, okay, yeah, he was doing that a while ago.
Right, rehydrated dried squid, and just a straight up wrap job or with something else.
Well, he's probably going to paste some mousse on it and then roll it up or fry it then, yeah.
Okay, ooh, squid rings here.
Yeah, the red rice going in there.
Okay, now 20 minutes left now. Rice going into the squid rings. This is on the Iron Chef side. And now back on the Challenger side, a new item here.
Escargot, I think.
Escargot, a real delicacy.
Hey, look, the shells.
Okay, now these could be containers for the squid bills. The texture of them are similar to escargot, so that might work.
Okay, right, Doc, that is true.
I think that's what he wants to do here, is use those shells for that.
So, Hattori-san, you say that this will be a squid item served in escargot shells.
He's now removing the bills from that portion, right?
Right, yeah. Well, the bills, of course, you can't eat, so...
All right, now let's get back to the Iron Chef side. Rolling a wrap, or wrapping a roll, go!
The Iron Chef is now stuffing the part phyllo wrappings with a paste made from squid chunks, scallops, fresh cream, squid liver, eggs, ground squid, salt and pepper, and hot bean sauce. Now, he applied this paste to the wrappings and then added dried squid and fried garlic before rolling them.
Ota, you say hot bean sauce
yes,
in this
there
one
is
too?
hot bean
The cleanup at the end of this show must be a nightmare.
sauce in it.
All right, so far so good here.
Does the Iron Chef have natto?
The fermented beans. Yeah, he does.
The Japanese, right?
Oh, natto.
Well, yes, and he is adding a Japanese touch to some of his dishes today.
Yeah,
That's why God made interns. I hope they unionized.
I don't want to wax eloquent on you guys here, but he's pretty sophisticated in Japanese culinary techniques as well.
Fukuyi-san,
go!
I'm on the Challenger side now, and stuffed into these escargot shells is a mix of Italian garlic, shallots, salt, black and white pepper, marsala liquor, mustard, butter, and squid meat from around the bills or the mouths of the squid.
Okay, we got it.
And he is not using the escargot meat.
Right, he's substituting squid meat for the escargot, stuffing the shells as we speak right there.
Okay, and I see scampi prawns as well. Now, these are a paste-made no, squid meat. What is this?
But no prawns?
Well, I think there's prawns as well. Mixed squid and prawns together, probably, yeah.
So good.
And the Iron Chef is using scallops. Prawns, squid, and scallops sound like
a great combination.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Challenger is now stuffing these prawn shells, as you can see.
Listen, as someone who had an intern for a while, I will say it's fine to make them do bitch work if you want to give them a reward.
The ingredients for this dish are squid, olive oil, and estragon mixed together, but evidently there is no prawn meat.
No prawns?
No. All squid all the time.
Wow.
All right, I'm going to go out on a limb, Doc, say he'll grill him.
I think you're right.
I bought my intern breakfast constantly.
Okay, look at the Iron Chef here. Now, I said this was a raw item, right? Well, guess what? He's frying these.
Oh.
You know, this could be the main dish.
Right, but Doc, you missed one. You're human after all.
Well, can't bet 1,000 all the time.
Okay, 15 minutes left, a splash of olive oil.
Okay, now this style of combining ingredients is called a galette in French, and it's a term often used in confectionery making.
Go!
Yeah, speaking of the Challenger stuffed prawn shells, the
I know galettes from Animal Crossing.
Scampi prawns. I asked him why he didn't use the meat of the prawns, and he said scampi prawn's sweetness would be too strong for the squid. I only wanted the aroma.
A hint from the aroma.
Yeah, well, today the Challenger's using a lot of different things for serving dishes and using the aroma and flavor of those items.
And I guess that's it. It goes into the oven, and now he's got some bread dough.
Yet?
I think he's going to grill that.
That's what I think, too, but where does the bread fit in with this?
He's making pizza!
Yes.
This is not bread, this is pizza crust.
No.
Huh?
Okay, pizza crust.
But how in the heck is he going to find time to complete, let alone...
Pizza only needs 7 minutes to cook, depending on the temperature of the oven and the type of oven. He's got this, man. He's going to make a squid pizza.
Perfect this one. I mean, we're coming up on the 10-minute mark, and Miura thinks he's going to be able to get a pizza prepared, cooked, get it out of the oven, get it ready for serving?
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Wow. Pizza, if you have cooked pizza ever, like from scratch, from dough up, you know, once you get that rhythm down, you can get a pizza in, out, and sliced up in like 10 minutes. Like, yeah, no, he was probably making pizzas constantly. He's an Italian trained chef.
Squid and natto beans.
Yeah, well, that's on the Iron Chef's side.
Yes.
In the Iron Chef's bowl, he has ground squid meat, egg yolks, soy sauce scallions, and natto beans.
All right, there's one more getting a touch of Japanese cuisine.
Oh, and Fukui-san.
Yes?
Speaking of the pizza crust, I'm told that the challenger is having a hard time with it because it was chilled for too long.
Yep.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be stretching too well.
Look at that. No.
Oh.
And now he's covering that dish with the pizza crust.
Oh, this is interesting.
Stuffed scampi prawns blanketed by a pizza crust.
He'll be grilling this for sure.
You know what, Doc?
I've seen this dish at Seven Fishes.
I thought of this the first moment he brought that crust dough out.
Oh, sure, you say that now.
No, I did, really.
It only counts if you say it at the time. No points.
All right, well, I guess I'm not going to be encroaching on your territory, Doc. Now, Miura, with the meat from around the bills.
Fukui-san?
Yes.
Yes, the little suction cups he is now stuffing into zucchini.
Okay, bright yellow hollowed out zucchini, squid suction cups tightly packed in there.
Okay, I think he'll probably steam these to finish them.
Squid suction cups, can't wait for that. Now Iron Chef side, bright yellow colored plates there. Several items on them, but as of yet, not able to make out anything with squid.
Fukui-san?
Yes.
You're right, there's no squid meat on these plates yet. He has okra, field peas, mini daikon radishes, string beans, turnips, asparagus, and shimeji mushrooms, which have all been marinated in anchovies and olive oil.
Wow, sounds good.
Now, check it out, Challenger side. Look at this.
He's dumping garlic into squid. Wow!
Take a look at
garlic
Grandmaster. A Major League stuff job. Go.
The Challenger is now stuffing these squeezing bags. Sorry, correction. These are squid. Anyway, he's stuffing them with fried Japanese garlic.
For steaming?
Garlic fried there.
Wow, 2 or 3 a person.
Almost an overload of garlic. And you guys know
No, that's going to be so good. When you can get, like, garlic really caramelized down.
Finish everything on your plate. I tell you, these are stuffed to the max with fried garlic.
You can't tell me he's got one squid for each taster. I only see 3, so half per, right?
Hope you like garlic.
I haven't seen anything like this before.
He's got at least 7 or 8 per squid.
Wow.
And the squid itself is raw.
So far, yeah, exactly.
Unbelievable. Okay, now let's switch gears back to the Iron Chef side. Right now, this one we are looking at is...
Fukui-san?
Yes.
Yes, these are what he was frying in the ring molds.
Okay, now we're up to speed on that.
Wow,
now this is squid and scallop galette.
Now back with Miura's stuffed squid again.
Garlic again.
What's it now?
Go.
The Challenger told me that the reason why he stuffed so much garlic into the squid was to add sweetness to the squid. He wants the tasters to enjoy the hot taste and crunchy texture of the garlic as well.
Crunchy? Garlic?
Well, this will be a first. Garlic stuffed squid. Of course, here in Japan, we enjoy rice stuffed squid, but with garlic, we are breaking new ground. Are you folks ready for the tasting? Would you like me to pinch hit for you or something? I can handle the garlic. All right, now with the
Basil sighting.
Challenger Miura, ribbons of raw squid here.
Okay, now he's putting these into mangosteen.
Squid sashimi.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, he's been really creative in the way he's serving his dish.
One with mangosteen, one with zucchini.
You can eat the zucchini one too. Okay.
Right. Now, was he steaming these?
Fukui-san?
Yes, go ahead, Ota.
Yeah, speaking of the mangosteen dish, the squid that he added to that one is the squid that he has smoked. That's the main for this dish.
Okay, I see.
All right. So it is not raw after all.
So the ones he smoked with herbs?
Right, herbs, straw, and brandy, I believe it was.
Yeah, it looks like the portion he has served is just right.
Still on Miura's side here, they're taking out the squid ink ice cream.
Okay, well, the color looks okay, actually.
Quite
better than
black.
I thought.
But not an appetizing color, though.
Yeah.
One of several interesting dishes today. The squid ink ice cream is done.
Fukui-san.
Delicious.
Yes.
I asked Challenger Miura to describe the flavor of this squid ink ice cream, and he said maniacs would love it. When I asked him what he meant by that, he said it'll taste great.
Well, I hope it tastes better than it looks. Now, back with the Iron Chef here.
Okay, well, he's pulling out his mousse now from the pudding cups, sir.
And what were the ingredients in this one again? Ota, you have that for us?
Yeah, Fukui-san.
Yes.
In these pudding cups, he had squid, scallops, fresh cream all mixed together, and to that, he also added egg yolks, ground squid meat, salt, pepper, hot bean sauce, and boiled cabbage, all poured into pudding cups to make this mousse dish.
Okay, boiled cabbage in there.
Yes, and he steamed this dish.
Oh, it looks so soft.
Okay, well, we weren't able to get updates on the process of making that, though.
All right, now, less than 5 minutes in the battle.
I'm never going to make it.
Hey, you catch the Iron Chef say he's not going to make it?
Wow.
The tension's racketing up. Now, the Challenger side, the stuffed squid just went in here.
Oh, into the soup they put it into. Yeah.
This ought to be really good.
No one could predict this.
No, he didn't fry them like we thought.
Certainly, it looks like it's a soup.
I guess, yeah.
Yep.
Wow, that's so interesting.
Must be some recipe like this.
Well, none that I know of.
Fukuyi-san.
Yes.
In the soup bowl, the challenger has olive oil, Italian garlic, onions, carrots, celery, potatoes, and spinach.
Wow.
Those ingredients were in the soup from the beginning. When that was ready, he also added the stuffed squid and fried garlic that we saw before.
Okay. Well, he is really cooking up a storm with this one.
So this is a soup for sure then, huh?
Well, you know, I'm really impressed with his originality here. I like this dish.
It looks like a winner from here.
Yeah.
The Garlic Grandmaster, and that's not overstating it.
The Iron Chef also had some garlic.
Really?
Oh, yeah, look at that. He's got quite the load happening here, too.
Okay, check it out. A clove of garlic and half a Japanese potato.
Right, yeah.
And now only 3 minutes to go. A minimalist presentation by the Iron Chef here. Yes.
Here on these plates, underneath the fried wrapping, the Iron Chef has a sauce to be eaten with these various items. He tells me that the sauce is made of butter, onions, olive oil, shallots, garlic, squid ink, fruit, tomatoes, white wine, and dried squid, which have all been blended together.
Wow.
Wow, that's rather intricate, isn't it?
Oh.
What a combination. Okay, we'll make note of that.
Is that the Iron Chef's? Very nice.
And swinging back to Challenger Miyuta's side, the squid ink ice cream here. It actually looks more grayish than black, and it will be served in cone.
Look at that.
Not used to seeing ice cream of that color. I tell you. Wow.
Look, the squid in the ice
Yes.
cream.
Squid legs, maybe, I think.
The one he was grilling.
Oh, yes.
Okay, and he's sticking pistachios in here, too. Look at that, and rose pepper.
Oh, that.
Okay, you know what you get here? You get a different flavor with every bite.
It looks like, you know, actually pepper matches well with ice cream, so this could be okay.
And his master, Chef Ochiai, watching from the royal box. Wonder what his thoughts are right now. His protege making a good accounting of himself for a visiting chef in Kitchen Stadium. Now the final 60 seconds ticking with this theme, a wild battle it's been today.
Oh, the Iron Chef wanted a large moose, but he wrecked it.
We hear Yota. Go, big fella.
Sorry to interrupt.
Wow,
The moose
we got a dish scrapped blue. Oh my goodness, we haven't seen one of those yet. He totally was like, I give up.
Iron Chef was trying to make in the pudding cups. He said he wasn't able to steam it long enough, so he's decided not to serve it, but he is using parts of it to garnish another dish. Back to you.
Wow, that hurts.
Oh boy, he's going to be one dish short of his original plan here.
Having to bail out and go to plan B in the last minute, use it as a garnish.
30 seconds already? That's all that's left?
Like a really
That's
quick
it.
battle.
It has been an engrossing affair, Italian challenging French cuisine, and now Miyuta is pulling out of the oven the squid stuffed scampi prawn covered by a
The
pizza crust.
challenger has done wonderful.
He has. Miyuta's battled as if the Iron Chef were a reincarnation of Count Dracula. He's thrown all the garlic he could muster and then some to repel Sakai. But to win, he'll have to score with the panel. We don't know how that will go. The final seconds ticking down, and that's it. The cooking's done. The squid battle is over.
Yours was more like a garlic battle rather than a squid battle.
Well, I used a lot today. You know, I do use them, but not this much.
Really?
Yeah.
That much?
Yes, yes.
And how are your garlic
or
dishes?
Shrimp? Squid.
Well, I'm confident in what I'm serving.
And that means you've got the win?
I did my best, so I want to win. Yeah.
A little accident?
Yeah, just one.
What happened?
Well, the moose didn't harden. I can't serve that way to anybody. I just gave it up. Yeah. Well, the squid, the live ones, their livers are quite small. And the squids were very small. It makes them difficult to handle, you know?
I see.
I was scrambling like crazy. I can tell you. It's really rough.
But the other dishes are all right, aren't they?
So I just have to counter with quality, you know, because I don't have the quantity. The taste is really the only thing here. Yeah.
Challenger Miyuta is offering 4 dishes. First, a set of squid hors d'oeuvres, 3 items using all parts of the live squid. A frito of the meat from around the bill, served in escargot shell. Spicy suction cups, served in zucchini. And smoked squid, splashed with a splendid sauce.
What is it served
Second,
in?
squid and garlic soup. Loads of fried garlic are stuffed in the squid. But amazingly, there is no trace of the strong odor one usually associates with garlic. The result? Tasters are allowed to enjoy the full flavor of the Genoa-style sauce they add to the soup. Third, pizza crust grill. Pizza crust covering the scampi prawn shells stuffed with minced squid meat. The tasters will await the moment the cover is taken off. Last is squid ink gelato, the ultimate creation of the day. Some may call it a crazy idea, but this gray ice cream was conceptualized after Miyuta's cool calculation. The Iron Chef has but 3 dishes to offer. First, squid galette, using the parts of the failed mousse as a garnish. The Iron Chef
Why you would roast him like that? He's an Iron Chef.
exhibits a clever way of using olive oil. The contrast in texture between the galette and mousse is a unique experience, created by accident, but a success nonetheless. Second, squid rice and rolls. Squid and scallop paste was applied to the wrapping, rolling shredded, rehydrated dried squid in it. The red rice, often used in Chinese cuisine, brings about a refreshing impact to this dish. The liver sauce holds all the elements together. Last is marinated squid and vegetables. Grapefruit jelly and basil create a nice harmony with the natural aroma of the squid. It's a soothing conclusion to the Iron Chef's short but sweet dinner.
I don't even know what everything on that plate is.
Today's challenger, Kyonori Miura, an expert in Italian cuisine, Genoa-trained, garlics his game. And he'll bring his game to Iron Chef French Hiroyuki Sakai, an Italian versus French cuisine affair. Chairman Kaga unveils the theme ingredient, live squid, and a decided edge for the challenger. Going heavy on the garlic, the challenger completes an impressive set of 4 dishes. The Iron
Look at all the white wine and champagne. That's white wine.
Chef, just trying to survive, fashions a set of only 3. And now the moment of truth, tasting and judgment. On the panel today are photographer Tenmei Kano, actress Fumie Hosokawa, actor Yoshizumi Ishihara, and fortune teller Kazuko Hosoki. First, the dishes of challenger Miura.
I tried to prepare them in different textures. I also wanted to preserve the natural aroma and the sweetness.
I'm enjoying the texture of the suction cups of the squid legs. This is really interesting.
The presentation is very good. First, he entertains our eyes, and the taste is delicious. Great job, I think.
I used vegetable broth for this soup.
The tenderness of the squid is amazing, and the garlic is so soft. They're almost like garlic-flavored potatoes. I like that.
I actually tried the herbs first, before the rest. The herbs are almost too strong to enjoy the other elements.
Squid and garlic, well, Ishihara-san says this is too strong, but I think the blending of ingredients is just perfect.
The pizza crust grill is now served by challenger Miura.
Well, for this, I used clams for the flavoring, and garlic, of course. In addition to that, red chili was added too.
Yeah, this man is very creative, I think. There may be a recipe like this, I don't know, but this is a first for me. And speaking of the taste, I wish he used the natural flavor of squid more boldly to counter the strong herbs to make it even better.
The flavor spreads all through my mouth, and I'm enjoying that. And also the crust is savory and nice.
You can use a squid piece as a spoon.
Yes, this is so unique. I'm getting hooked on this.
When I was watching, I was saying to myself, I'm not going to eat this. It looked absolutely awful. But you know, this was really good. I've never tried anything like this before. I can truly say it was wonderful.
Thank you.
Now the dishes of Iron Chef Sakai.
I failed in making the mousse, so I've served some of it here to have you enjoy the contrast between the chewy and soft textures.
So you combined 2 items here, right?
Right.
I really like thick-flavored dishes, and this is certainly to my liking. I truly like this one. And by accident, he's created something unique, combining different textures in one item.
Yes, this does have impact. It's a very unique flavor, and it's cooked with great skill. That's my impression, I think, yes.
Oh, I rolled the dried squid with squid paste in it. This is to shift gears going to the next course.
The sauce is awesome.
Thank you.
This is good stuff. This should go well with squid or potatoes or garlic or anything.
I agree. The sauce goes with anything, and I think I can just keep on eating it without stopping. Yes, so wonderful.
I prepared this dish to be enjoyed with grapefruit jelly and basil-flavored sauce.
This would be so nice to eat in midsummer. It's very sophisticated, but really, as for the taste, it's a bit greasy. I feel that in my mouth, and there's no garnish on it. If you asked me to finish this up, I'd find it a little hard to do.
I wanted to use it as garnish with the hot bean sauce, but I couldn't make it in time.
I don't think so.
I guess I lucked out again, huh?
Speaking of squid, the Iron Chef's second dish was outstanding. That was so good. That also carried the message of how squid should be cooked.
Which man gets the short end of the squid? The verdict moments away.
The short end of the squid. Oh. Okay, before they like delve out who the winner is, I've been doing like I need to collect 14 bars of soap in Fallout 76, and it's like a week-long quest, and I have 18 hours left, and I only need 2 more bars, and I literally cannot find them anywhere. I don't understand. Why is there not enough soap anywhere in this game?
ニンニクを見事に操り素晴らしい作品を完成させた挑戦者そして素材にかなり手こずった鉄
When this is over, we're gonna raid out for resources or just a quest. It's one of the weekly quests in like the challenges that the weekly quests get you rank points. I'm trying to plow through the rank points because I'm trying to max out this season. I want all that sarsaparilla stuff. That's so many alliterations. Like a challenge. It's like the weekly challenge. So like if you pull up your menu and you hit LB and you go down to challenges, in there you have like a daily, a weekly, survival, and a whole bunch of those. In weekly, one of my challenges is to get 14 bars of soap. I have to find them.
いかなる結果が出たのかそれを発表します
Today, Kitchen Stadium was a veritable garden of garlic, with the visiting chef making his presence smelt. Challenger Miura handled the squid with ease, while the Iron Chef struggled with an ingredient not used in French cuisine. But Iron Chefs are not afforded the luxury of excuse. They're expected to win. So who will it be? Who takes it? Whose cuisine reigns supreme? The Iron Chef! Sakai wins it!
I can't believe he won
In this battle, Squid, something he doesn't even want to touch. He's able to work his magic and find his footing against a determined...
Yeah, that was rigged. That was 100% rigged. What the hell? Oh, man. That sucks.
Determined effort by a challenger who appeared to have everything working in his favor and emotion.
All right, save your tab, bookmark your tab, because all you have to do is hit reset, and that wipes the board. And you card also, I think it's like based off of like IP or username. I don't know. Sometimes when I'm inside, I get the same card as hobby. But so just keep in mind for that. But it's so much fun. All right. Oh, there was one other thing I want to talk about for Fallout 76. So with Fallout 76, there's been a few times where I've popped into a world, and you know how like you can have like prefixes and suffixes, or like little nicknames. I gotta head to bed. Have a good night. Have a good night, Daisy. All right, I'm setting up the raid. Anyway, I saw a group that has like a bunch of like axolotl prefixes and suffixes, and they I saw them once, and I like waved hi to all of them, and we all did like a level together, and then I left. And then I have like 4 lines on my card that are impossible to get in one. Oh no. So anyway, I ran into them again today, and they all waved, and it was nice being recognized. All right. Think we're gonna raid into Steffi again. She's playing Minecraft. I love Minecraft. I hope you guys love Minecraft. Okay, there we go. Like delayed on my end. Anyway, so it was nice running into people. I do like seeing like all kinds of that stuff when I'm playing Fallout 76. I am enjoying myself, and it's taking away from my Animal Crossing time. But it is motivation to get things done. That's been helpful. Anyway, I'm gonna skedadoodle. I will see you guys on Wednesday. Bye, everybody.